forward as well, especially when Mohamed Salah has to do AFCON and stuff like that. So it's a pretty good purchase, especially for that field.
Yeah, at that price, absolutely. As I mentioned, you say the same exact things about Trent Alexander-Arnold and his ability to operate anywhere up and down that right-hand side. I see this as exactly the same.
Yeah, and as I mentioned, there's still a lot of business that Liverpool want to do this summer, because I think the object, obviously, for Arne Slot is they're not just satisfied with competing for the Premier League, Champions League, etc., and continue to build. Staying with the Premier League, by the way, let's go to Arsenal, I believe, because RB Leipzig's Benjamin Sesko, the forward, a very talented young man, 21 years old. There's reportedly an 80 million release clause that might even be pushed up, but apparently, reportedly, the club might hold out for, RB Leipzig might hold out for more, depending on the variables of payment. But Sesko is an interest for Arsenal as well. What do you make of that one? 21 years old, forward, RB Leipzig, maybe to the Premier League in Arsenal.
Typical Arsenal signing in terms of age, in terms of profile. It's certainly a need in terms of striker. We've been seeing that for the last couple of seasons. The price, if there's a release clause, I'm not sure what Leipzig, what legal standing they have, or what mechanisms they have at their disposal to try to ask for was it 93 or 95, whatever it is, they kind of trying to push this price through. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. My concern around Sesko is, well, without question, talented, young, and a prospect. He's coming off his worst scoring season for the last 3 years for Leipzig. It just seems an odd time. Not from an Arsenal perspective, but if you're Leipzig, why are you so determined to push your price at this point? Or maybe this is about Arsenal. What is your incentive for going so much above what may be his market value, kind of given the season that he just had? That's my concern around Sesko to Arsenal, and it's more to do with the price tag and the season that he's just come off. But this is a need for Arsenal that they have to address, that I'm not sure that there are many options for them in addressing. So we see where this one goes.
Yep, it's a need, and if it happens, well, Arsenal fans can't complain that they've made it happen. And Martin Zubimendi, by the way, the Real Sociedad midfielder, maybe as well on his way. So Arsenal also are dealing. Let's stay in London here, but let's go to West London, and Chelsea going here now for the 30 million release clause that's been accepted for Liam Delap, the Ipswich Town striker. We obviously know how talented he is, and he fits the criteria as well, I think, here. Shaka Hislop, young, eager, knows the Premier League, strong, dynamic, will be a nice complement to Nicholas Jackson, who obviously, very talented, but, missed a few chances here. Delap seems more of a old school center forward. What do you make of this purchase, obviously, as it materializes?
I think it's a good price for a player who may yet prove to be a squad player in Liam Delap. And this is the thing for me. I'm kind of on the fence with this in that if you're building a team to challenge the likes of Liverpool and Arsenal and probably Manchester City again, I'm not sure that Liam Delap is the striker that you have at the pinnacle of your attack. But if it is about consolidating Champions League every single season, then without question, I think Liam Delap does that job, and I say that with confidence, because I think Liam Delap is a better striker than Nicholas Jackson has shown himself to be in the second half of the season. Nicholas Jackson was outstanding to start the season, and then just has faded this calendar year. I don't know, injuries played a part, but he kind of regressed to the Nicholas Jackson that we saw in his first season at Stamford Bridge. Liam Delap is a better version of that, no question. So it improves Chelsea in that regard. But does it move Chelsea into the department of, we're going to have, the likes of, as I mentioned, Liverpool, Arsenal, and Manchester City looking over their shoulders? Not for me.
Yeah, not to mention, by the way, that we're talking about a Chelsea side who, by average starting 11, the youngest team in Premier League history. There's a lot that they have to deal with now with Enzo Maresca now having Champions League football. So this is a very big, task to do in 2025, 2026. But Liam Delap does fit that criteria. Young, 22 years old, scored some goals. We'll have to see how that follows. But I agree with your point about how, this is a squad now that Chelsea have to deal with as they have continental football, Champions League football next season. Let's move on, by the way, everybody, to Manchester City, because Man City obviously went through ups and downs, but at the end, they got their Champions League football. They're saying goodbye to Kevin De Bruyne and Morgan Gibbs-White, Nottingham Forest, Morgan Gibbs-White, reportedly a massive target. Now, reports, actually it's not even reports, but real sources are saying now, obviously that in order to replace Kevin De Bruyne.
Okay, hello. Are we there? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, good whatever time it might be in your location. Can you hear me and can you see me? All right, so give me some feedbacks. Arsenal for life, Champions of Europe 2025. Hello, good morning to you, my brother. Nice to see you. All right, everybody get around. Smash the like button. Comment, send your questions, all the good stuff. It's still night here. Still night, as you can tell. I'm still sleeping, but this is the only free time that I have. So I have to come here and talk to my people. So give me some energy. Wake me up. I can't take any coffee now because I might go back to sleep. So if you drink coffee now, you're not gonna be able to go back to sleep, right? They have just to some water and continue. So today is the final of the Champions League. So the season is officially over today, even though the season will continue somehow with the Club World Cup, but we all know that the regular season in Europe ends with the Champions League finals. Good. But some teams need to come to America World Cup, so it's going to be interesting to see what is going to happen to do. So it's match day. Go and check on some headlines before we go any further. Something to discuss. Twitter browser. Here we are. Okay, so this is Moises Caicedo. Remember him? That brother is going to get a juicy contract at Chelsea Football Club. He deserves it. Well-deserved contract that he's going to get a juicy
League qualification, with his current deal running until 2031. Contract talks already underway between the players' camp and Chelsea Football Club.
Yeah, so that's it.
Chelsea are set to offer midfielder Moises Caicedo a new contract with a 20% pay rise, rewarding his stellar 2024-2025 season, where he won both the Player of the Season and Players' Player of the Season awards.
Yeah, that brother really deserves something because he's the best, man. He's the best in the world right now. What Rhys James been up to? Let's listen from his little...
So, Maresca thought it was a good idea to leave his captain on the bench in a final. Listen up, Gaffer. You cannot replace me. I'm that good. I'm Rhys James, serial winner.
All right, so serial winner. Mr. Rhys James is not happy for being left on the bench, looks like. All right. And we continue with Chelsea a little bit. It looks like Robert Sanchez is going to be the number one next season because Enzo Maresca started cooking people and kind of promoting and propaganda going on already about Sanchez. Right after winning the Conference League, he came out to say, hey, he just wanted to take advantage of that moment where everybody is celebrating, so he can just, throw something there to make people accept the situation. So here, look at what he said here. Huh?
If we finish fourth, it's because of Robert Sanchez. If we won tonight, it's because of Robert Sanchez. If we finish fourth, it's also because of Robert Sanchez. I think it's normal during the season to go a little bit up and down. It's part of the game. If we finish fourth.
There you have it. So he's preparing Chelsea fans already to accept Robert Sanchez and not accept Petrovic, because if we finish top 4 because of Robert Sanchez, if we won the Conference League because of Robert Sanchez and all that. But I don't think many Chelsea fans are going to accept that another year hard attacking the Champions League with Robert Sanchez. Come on, man. Come on, Gaffer. Robert Sanchez has just got a lot of privilege because he got a lot of people on top of the pyramid there that brought him to the team. And they have a lot of power at Chelsea. So it's a difficult one, a very, very difficult to deal with because he's like untouchable. Okay, let's check on some other headlines here. We're going to focus on few big topics, but kind of checking on headlines. AC Milan will not make Kyle Walker's deal or loan permanent. He's 35 already. Okay, 35 years old. He's going back to City, but City are not going to keep him because he just asked them to leave when they needed him even the most. Manchester City were in trouble when he decided to leave them in January, right? He's like, oh, I'm leaving. Hey, jump the ship. You came here, won everything with the team. We are struggling. You want to jump the ship. Go to Milan. And then they don't want you over there. They can't even afford you. Anyways, Trent, Alexander-Arnold will be forced to wear another number because the 66, the devil number, is not allowed in the Bundesliga. So he's not going to Bundesliga. He's going to La Liga. Espanol, La Liga. So they don't allow this crazy number. I see these kind of big numbers mostly in Italy. And now it's becoming a little popular in the Premier League. Like you have Balotelli 45, Romeo Lavia 45. Like, I don't know why he chose this number 66, the devil number. 666. That is the number of Trent, but he's gonna have to change the number in La Liga. And let's wait and see what's gonna happen. Get this. Harry Maguire. Some of the pictures that they put on players, it's just like they do it intentionally so people can laugh. Bruno Fernandes has been offered a lot of money from Saudi Al Hilal. They got a lot of money over there, 700K every single week, tax-free. And Manchester United could get about 100 million transfer. I think that is a little bit like a win-win situation, you know. Bruno Fernandes is a good player. He's their best player, let's be honest. Regardless of the narrative about his attitude, his childish attitude, throwing hands in air, blaming everybody else and stuff. But on the pitch, that brother, on his day, he is one of the best. Now, he's 30 years old. Manchester United are not in the Champions League. Right? They need money. They can't even afford bread now for the stuff to eat. You have to bring your own soup and beans from your own house. You can't even drink water from from the tap. You have to bring your bottle of water because it's gonna cost a lot of money to the company anyways. So think about it. They take 100 million from Al Hilal. They spend the money, probably 50 million. They can find another very good player in whatever position it's gonna be. Another 50 million, they buy somebody else. So it could be a win-win situation. And then they are taking away like the salary. Bruno Fernandes is on high salary, like 350K a week. And the players that you're going to bring in the team, you're not going to pay them that kind of money. You might put them on 100K. So you save a lot of money in terms of salary. You save also, okay, you got also money to invest. And you are not even in Europe. You are not in any competition in Europe. So it's like a year that you can rebuild the team, you know, go from zero, give the money to Amorim. Amorim want to keep Bruno Fernandes, by the way. But if you explain to him this plan that, hey, you know, do your magic, find some good players to develop for one season. Let's fight for top 4 next season. We don't have European trip to do, so we can focus on the Premier League. I think it could work. It could be a win-win situation for everybody here, you know. So I think Manchester United fans need to keep an open mind about Bruno Fernandes. Let him go. I hope you got up the correct side of the bed. You were on the up against. I hope you no. I'm always fair to everybody. Yesterday I always tell the truth, and I can tell exactly you are like a politician, you know. You will say something, but you mean something else. You flip-flop at the beginning here when Maresca was losing games. You are there. Oh, no. He's the worst. He's a diet Peps. He's such and such. A championship. Bring Diego Simeone. When he's winning, you come up and you pretend as if you never say anything. It's like, oh, he's a world-class manager, and all of you that's been saying bad things about him, F you, the middle finger, you start pretending as if you've been supporting him all the time, and all of us that criticize or say something, rightly so, you know, anybody that said the truth, you know, stating fact about horrible tactics and people out of position and the absolutely defeated mentality, championship mentality, telling people that we're not winning anything, we don't have any target this season, relax, don't do anything. I'm here 5 years to qualify for the Champions League, and you want people to applaud. Oh yeah, Maresca, we have to wait. It's a young team. Let's wait 5 years. Like, without the pressure from the fans in the stadium that were calling him a wanker, was calling him name. Those people are spending their money. You are sitting in your beautiful villa over there in Sweden or whatever, Denmark. And those people are paying their money, traveling all over the world, sacrificing their families and their time and their lives to go support those people. I think we don't have anything to say to those people. They have the right. And without them putting pressure on Maresca, that brother was going to kill Chelsea slowly and surely because he was so comfortable. You don't have to be comfortable in football. If you are comfortable, you're not going to do anything. I've seen even some people booing Mourinho at some point. You know what I mean? So it looks like everybody that will tell the truth in that particular moment, oh, you are an enemy or you want Maresca out. No, it's you are stating freaking fact. They are simple, common sense fact. You are killing this team with this defeated losers mentality. This is not our Chelsea. So you have to keep the standard up without exaggerating or saying get him out or he's a clown. But there's nothing wrong by stating fact because of the fact that everybody stated got to him, and you saw him became so agitated on the bench. You're like, he's panicking himself. That's what you need. And he's making some changes here. He learned how to play a little bit of dark art and try to win a game instead of, okay, my way or no way. That's what people have been asking for. So just because you criticize, you told the truth in that particular moment, doesn't make you an enemy of a player or an enemy of a manager. So people need to learn that. And for you, you will say, you will be with us for a little while. Tomorrow, you completely change. You start now pointing fingers on me as if I was the problem. I was saying this. Like every time I'm defending somebody, you are against that person. Immediately when I start questioning that person, you become a big fan of that person. So this is not WWE. We have to be just honest in that particular moment. You can be a bad manager today, and tomorrow you are a good one because you learn from your mistakes. The first half in the final, even Maresca himself came out and said, yeah, it was a big mistake. Like, you know, we were really awful. You know, I made the wrong choices. Even himself admitted. What do you want? Me applauding him? Oh, yeah. When we are not doing good? So we have just to be honest. We have just to be like, honesty, telling the truth is what we teach our kids, right? Like, don't lie. Just be sincere. All right, let's go. Let's continue. Continue a little bit. We're going to come back to questions and reactions. So Bruno Fernandes, Manchester United, sell him, okay? Sell him. By the way, there are so many big accounts on Manchester United's side who don't really rate Bruno Fernandes, who always, they're just waiting for a told you moment. Even when he scored a hat-trick and he had an excellent game, they're going to say, yeah, but, you know. And they're just waiting for that little things that he's going to throw the hands up or going to do something. Oh, you are the captain. Why are you doing this? So there are people like that no matter how good you do, it's not good enough for them. They're just waiting for that little moment. They might give you some credit a little bit just to balance things a little bit for the people out there, but they're just waiting for the moment. I've been telling you, this is what I'm telling you. Hello, you forgot 99% of good things and you just focus on that 1% is what people want to destroy you. If they don't like you, they don't need many things. They just need one word that they can interpret. They need one action. One action that you got undone, you lost the ball or something, that's all they need. No matter how good you're gonna be, it's just not good at all. Not good enough. But they're going to pretend at some point to say, oh, wow, but he had a good game today. But you can even tell in their body language that, yeah, it's just like, you know, some kind of hypocrisy. Like. But me, I'm not that way. You do something today, I praise you. You do something bad tomorrow, I will say it without exaggerating or being in the side of evil, or be on the side of, you know, cartist like North Korea. Oh, all the time you are always wrong, you are always right, or you are always wrong. You know, like that is not my life. That's not what I do. Anyways, let's continue. Manchester United and Aston Villa are interested in Lille, 23 years old French goalkeeper Lucas Chevalier. Lucas Chevalier, he is one of the best. I think Petrovic is just class above in terms of overall. Donnarumma in the Champions League, yes. I'm talking about the league, the French league here, because I watched the French league. Chevalier, one of the best. But I will put Petrovic there, and then Chevalier, and then Donnarumma and others. But Donnarumma in the Champions League, he's a different animal. He's big, that guy. He's huge, like intimidated. The problem is PSG wanted even him out. Like Luis Enrique didn't even like him because he is not a tiki-taka guy. He can't play from the back. But when it comes to shot stopping, you know, commanding the box because of his size, you know, he's just amazing. But when it comes to play from the back, a pass is not there. So that's why they got another guy, I don't know, from Russia or from Ukraine, another goalkeeper at PSG, because he can play the tippy-tappy from the back thing, and he got humiliated in the French league. Few times that he been on goal. Yes, you can play from the back, but you have to remind yourself that I'm still a goalkeeper and it's okay for me to touch the ball, you know, with my hand. Basically, I still have a duty of a goalkeeper is to, like, you know, prevent the ball from going at the back of the net. The rest of pass is just modern football stupidity, right? So, and they almost got rid of, until now he hasn't renewed his contract at PSG because Enrique tried to modify the system a little bit to allow Donnarumma to be there, but he is not a fan of Donnarumma because he can't play from the back. But Donnarumma is one of the best in the world. He's like Peter Cech, he's like Peter Schmeichel, those big legends that were just awesome at doing what they do, and not this modern tiki-taka, whatever stupidity we have today. So this goalkeeper is a very good one. Aston Villa are going to lose Emi Martinez, and Manchester United, Onana. Oh man, oh no. Oh no. That brother also is one of those people that people praise for his pass completion. Oh, look at how many passes he made. Who cares, bro? Save. We care about keeping that clean sheet. Yeah, man. I don't know, man. I like, yeah, modern football is good, but also you have to find a balance. You have to, like, find a balance somewhere between passing and using common sense and doing your duty as a goalkeeper, you know? Anyways, what I'm discussing here. Marco Silva is wanted by Juventus. He's a very complicated case here of Marco Silva. Sometimes he does very good. Sometimes he's low. He's, you know, from the Championship, Watford, Everton, and it's just up and down. You just don't know really what is his level. But when he started, everybody, you know, every Portuguese coach is the new Mourinho, but they don't know. They can't even tie the shoes. You know, tie the boot of the special one. every Portuguese wonder coach now, a kid coming and won few games, all of a sudden you are the next Mourinho. Sit down. Sit down. Put some respect on the special one. The special one, Mourinho, is Mourinho. Other people, you can't get to the level of Jose Mourinho. Let's be honest. Marco Silva, I don't know, Tottenham Hotspurs at some point were linked with him, even Chelsea, and now apparently Juventus want him. All right, Arsenal keep on working on this guy, RB Leipzig, Sesko, tall guy, like Mikel Arteta wanna copy and paste everything Pep is doing. Pep brought a tall guy, 6'5", Erling Haaland. Arteta is copying to try to bring Sesko. You are not Pep, bro. Do your own thing. Go get Gyokeres. Go get somebody who can, who fit more the way Arsenal are. Just try to create your own identity. He tried to get Sterling, get Zinchenko, Gabriel Jesus, play tiki-taka, same. All right. But when original is original, because Pep always find a way to twist things around and make it better. But you just copying everything. Oh, now, because Pep Guardiola bought a tall guy and won the league, I'm going to buy a tall guy who is not proven yet, who is not in Haaland level. Don't get me wrong, this brother, I like him. I wanted him at Chelsea, but I just don't like people who try to copy-paste too much and follow somebody's philosophy all the time. All right, so Sesko to Arsenal. Arsenal fans that don't really like this transfer. They want Sesko to Arsenal to buy Gyokeres, who is proven, 26 years old. Proven, because you have to know that every transfer is like a risk. There's no guarantee that Sesko or Gyokeres is the one that will kill it in the Premier League. It's a risk. But this guy, 80 million. Come on. 80 million for this guy here. Sesko, 65 million for Gyokeres. I mean, the choice is very clear, right? The choice is very clear. All right, let me go ahead and read some comments here. People, thank you for your likes and your dislikes. If you don't like the show, don't stay quiet. You have just to, click that dislike button. It's very important. Just some engagement, right? You don't like it, just say it. Because I don't care, I'm here for fun and for my friends and for you guys. So you don't have to like me. Because I don't tell you what you want to hear. That is normal that you don't like me, because I'm not a copy-paste yes man and a popular opinion guy. I always think outside the box. And the problem is, you can go with the popular opinion, but if you think outside the box, 99% of the time you're going to be right. But unfortunately, when the truth is already there, it's already too late, because people already killed you, for telling the truth. But the truth is going to come out in weeks or months or years. It's always that way. All right, Kyle Walker ran from Manchester City because of family issues. AC Milan should stop buying or loaning this. I'm not going to pronounce that. EPL player if they want to reach the next level and challenge for titles. All right, that is your. I don't think Kyle Walker is that washed, and they won the Scudetto years ago because also of transfer from the Premier League. They like it. They want it cheap. They want to take some people because that is their budget. So that is the model that they have. So that is your theory. All right, Liverpool just spent a huge on Dutch boy ping pong. You mean free pong? Yeah, I know. You just want to attack him. From Bayern Leverkusen, next Florian Wirtz is also a huge money arriving. Yeah, they are. The problem with Liverpool, they pretend as if they don't spend money, but they spend also money just like anybody else. They don't even sell good. You know, they don't sell good like Chelsea. Since they sold Coutinho like 100 years ago, all the references, oh, they sold Coutinho for 150 million. Therefore, it can cover all their mistakes and cover every transfer window from 10 years ago of money they got from Coutinho, and that is gonna cover for the rest of their existence. Chelsea sold Eden Hazard for 150 million. After that, they sold almost 1 billion of players after that, right? But people just would tell you how Chelsea are spending 1 billion. They don't want to talk about like the net spending because it doesn't sound dramatic. And people are not going to click by you saying, oh, Chelsea balance books, or Chelsea sold 500 million and they spent 600, so the net spending is like 100 million. It doesn't sound, that is not business. It doesn't sound good in the business of hate and social media era, right? So if you bombard them like, oh, they spent 1.5 billion bottle job, it sounds like, man, these people are evil. It sounds more evil, more drama, more bad boy, more waste of money, more, you know. They don't tell you the details. They don't give you the net spending. They don't tell you that this is a project, and a project that means you're gonna get rewarded in the future, and you're still building something. You are building a company. You might lose money for 1-2 years. Like here in America, they're gonna give you what is called, you know, some tax deduction because you just started a company, and they know that in the first 2 or 3 years you're gonna lose money before you go up. But in the world of black or white, nobody, you know, that is the level of social media. Nobody cares about the details and about the truth. It's about the narrative. Chelsea are evil because they spend 1.5 billion. All right, they sold more than 800 million of players. How about that? Can you be honest enough just to mention it? But Liverpool are going to spend money. They wanted to spend 115 million on Moises Caicedo. Chelsea went there, boom, and pay the same amount of money because Caicedo wanted Chelsea instead of Liverpool. But Klopp is going to come in the social media and say how evil money is, and the day that I will spend 100 million on a player, I will never be a coach again. But you spend a freaking 100 million on Nunes, right? Darwin Nunes, 100 million. But you are criticizing other people, and you put a bid of 115 million on Caicedo, right? You spend 60 million here and there. You buying players. You buy 5 players for 50 million. How much in total that is gonna be? So they just pretend as if they never spent money, and the money is evil, and Chelsea are evil, City are evil, Newcastle got money. We don't have the same kind of money. And we spend our own money that we produce because we sold Coutinho 10 years ago for 150 million. But we spent since the 800 million on the transfer market. So still using the money from Coutinho 10 years ago. Great. Smart, right? And people buy that because it's a lot of clicks. It's a lot of love and a lot of amen and retweet and super chat when you say crap like that. All right, so Manchester United also are interested in this Boimo guy in case Bruno Fernandes is gone. So they're going for the... He's from Cameroon, right? Cameroon or Congo? No? Oh, Wissa is from Congo, and this guy is from... Boimo is from Cameroon, yeah. Why would you go to Manchester United, bro? Money, 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 money. Okay, let me go ahead and read some more comments from people. Mr. Chukwemeka. Chukudi Oda, for me, I prefer Gyokeres than Sesko. Let him Delap and Gyokeres. Also, you want Chelsea to add Gyokeres instead of together with Delap. Oh, that is your choice. I respect that. Yeah, I think they have a little bit of similarity with Jackson. Even nobody wanna believe and nobody wanna me to even mention that. But give Jackson 2 more years, right? He's gonna be a different animal. He's growing. He's 23 years old only. Gyokeres is 26, almost 27 this year. Nobody knew him 2 years ago, right? When he couldn't even secure a loan at Swansea. You know, he was getting moved all over the country, all over Europe, because he couldn't make it at Brighton. He went in the championship, did okay. He wasn't like scoring 20 goals in there. Sporting took a gamble, and it was successful because they have a very good scouting department. They saw some quality. They said, man, we can use this guy in this way, and he's going to be a killing machine. They took a chance. And like I said, until the age of 25, nobody heard about him. Nobody knew who Gyokeres was until 25 years old. Of course, liars are going to tell you, I knew him, you know, since when he was in Sweden and, you know, in his primary school, and I used to walk with his mother. Everybody knows him today because he's scoring goals. But 2 years ago, nobody heard about him. Everybody knows about him today. So why can't we just like accept that there is a normal progression? Human being, they progress in life, step by step. Jackson was very good last season under Pochettino, scored 17 goals. Not a bad return for somebody that we never heard of before Chelsea were linked with, right? 3 years ago, that brother was playing in Senegal, barefoot. So why can't we understand? This year, I think he made a lot of progress. The system changed. Everybody struggled under Maresca. It's not only Jackson. Even Palmer came out to say, I'm sick and tired of this backward, sideways thing. And then he got injured, Jackson. Imagine if he didn't get injured. He was going to have probably 20 goals this season. And if the system was built to help him finish action in the last third, the way Pochettino allowed him a little bit of freedom, now he needs to drop as a number 6 and do everything by himself. So he can't focus on scoring goals because he needs to do 1,000 other things. If we allow midfielders to be midfielders, defenders to be defenders, fullbacks to be fullbacks, and provide to our attackers, save them some energy, put them in the positions where they can impact. One touch, bam, bam, goal. We don't do that. At Chelsea, it's a Swiss Army knife. So I still believe in Jackson. No matter what people are going to say, not giving up on that brother, right? Never give up on that brother. People's Republic said that nobody mention the spending of Manchester United or Arsenal. Yeah, they get all their players on free. They don't spend money. You know, Kai Havertz, it's free. Declan Rice, it's free. It's only Chelsea who spent billion. All right? It's only Chelsea. Even Tottenham Hotspurs, Aston Villa, all of them, they spend 60 million, like Tottenham Hotspurs, Richarlison, 60 million, right? And they spend another 60 million on Dominic Solanke. Danso, they spend how much? 45 million. They just trigger the buy option. Matisse Tel, they're gonna pay about 50 million for Matisse Tel. So all this money that they are spending, it's nothing for everybody. You know, they think all that is for free, but Chelsea spend $1 billion, but they don't know the billion players, half of them are already gone. Okay, and we made money out of them. Nobody's gonna mention that. It's business. What is the problem? You buy for 1 billion and you sell and you get profit. What is the problem? Why that says to be something? Why did Real Madrid pay 10 million in transfer for Trent Alexander-Arnold? I thought he went on free transfer. Well, it's very simple. His contract is gonna end July the 1st. That is his current contract at Liverpool. So Real Madrid want to play him in the World Cup. The World Cup starts in June. So if they want to have Trent Alexander-Arnold before that, they have to pay some kind of fee. And I think it's like a good faith gesture also, because they don't want to like destroy the relationship completely with Liverpool, because they know they stole Trent Alexander-Arnold. They play dirty game the way they always do. Real Madrid, they talk to your agent, they talk to you, they send Real Madrid players to start influencing you for years. They can work on something for years. Don't sign a new contract. You're coming here, you're gonna play in the best team in the world, you're gonna win trophy. This is Galactico, we want you. Don't do anything stupid there. We're gonna get you this. Don't sign a contract. So they push other teams. They push you against the wall. You have no choice but to take little money, or the player is gonna live on free. Liverpool learned it the hard way. They thought the love of the club is gonna make Trent Alexander-Arnold stay. But Perez, Jude Bellingham, Mbappe, all those people, Vinicius Jr., they are friends with Trent. They are telling him, they go even on vacation together. Last summer, there were so many pictures of them, Mbappe, Vini, Bellingham, all of them together with Trent Alexander-Arnold in Los Angeles. So they were, you know, if somebody investigate what is happening, you will see a lot of illegal activities at Real Madrid. That's what they do. They got Rudiger on free, Alaba on free, Mbappe on free, so many players on free or very, very cheap, because the player is going to refuse to sign a new contract in their current club and force that club to sell cheap because they don't want to lose everything. Long story short, I think this is for them to start to try to keep some kind of good relationship between them and Liverpool, because they don't know for future businesses they have to do, because they know it. They know that Liverpool are hurting to lose Trent Alexander-Arnold is like a 60, 70, or even 80 million price tag player. So even if they pay 10,000 or whatever, 10,000, 10 million, it's nothing. It's nothing for them. It's you know, they got him almost on free. They're going to pay Trent Alexander-Arnold and his agent probably 10 million sign-on fee. So they spent like 10 million, 20 million on a 80 million player. That's still something amazing. So it's nothing for them. And Xabi Alonso, I think he played also a big role here, sir, because he played for Liverpool, he played for Real Madrid. He could go to the office and tell Fiorentino Perez like, hey, you know, this is the right thing to do. You know, let be nice to these people. You never know if we need somebody from them. And when we are getting this guy on free, they're not going to make things easier for us next time. So 10 million, it's okay. So it is what it is. At least Liverpool got something. 10 million. What can you get with 10 million, really? Well, for small teams, 10 million is like they can get 3 players out of it. But for a team like Liverpool, what they're going to do with 10 million? Still some money. There's still a feel-good factor about, okay, we didn't lose this guy on free. You know, we can pay dinner for the staff for 10 million. But still Real Madrid did them dirty over there. They did Liverpool dirty. 8 hours to go until the kickoff for the Champions League. I might come back or not, so I'm not gonna promise anything. If I don't say anything in the title, I don't put the phone, I don't say call-in show or whatever, it's clear that I'm not gonna be live. There are certain shows that I do just behind the scenes. So people need to understand that. Especially People's Republic. He just frustrates me. He will say like, are you playing this lousy, stupid music all the time, or are you going to show up? I'm like, brother, I know it's a joke, but it just kind of irritates me. It's kind of like, why are you saying that? Like, why are you insulting my intelligence? You know, like, and sometimes I don't answer, but I'm like very angry, so I don't want to answer to that. Like, hey, I said it. The title is there. It's clear. Everything is there. I didn't tell you that I will show my face. When I show my face, I will tell you, or I will put a message later, hey, I will take a call in 2 hours or 4 hours. Or if I don't say anything, it's clear. It's just, you enjoy the game, you enjoy the vibes. If you don't enjoy it, it's fine. You disconnect. Just don't insult me. Don't insult my intelligence. Anyways. Let's go. Anthony the GOAT. What's happening with this brother, man? Anthony the GOAT. Real Betis are trying to keep him, but he's going to cost a lot of money. Ruben Amorim don't want him. The GOAT. The GOAT got destroyed by the best in the world, Marco Correa. But in the first half, the GOAT, Anthony, had a very good game. Just like everybody else in that team. But the second half, we were like, no, man. F you. We went like, F you. We're going to completely demolish you. Cole Palmer came out to say, man, I was sick and tired of sideways backward. You know, Cole Palmer is these people that you never know what he's going to say. He's like, you know, he doesn't care about anything. You know, like you don't know what it's gonna come from his mouth. Like he's so unpredictable, and his short answer, clear, straight to the point. Yeah. I was tired. I was sick of sideways, backward all the time, and I say, yeah, let me try something different, and I did it, and it worked. You like, the other day, the other interview, he was like, "Yeah, why you didn't score many goals? Why you struggle this season? Not only me. It's a team." He was like snapped in a journalist, and I understand that. I'm not blaming you. It's everybody's. It's like everybody was bad. It's the team. It's the team. Last season we played in a completely different style, and we have freedom and order. So another shot on Maresca, but it's Cole Palmer. You're not gonna bench him or punish him. You're just gonna say what he thinks. But of course, if you ask him, do you like Maresca? He's going to always say good things about him. What people expect, and people are going to say, oh, but he's praising Maresca. No, just because he says something on a camera doesn't mean that he is completely okay with everything that Maresca is doing. He clearly frustrated. No freedom, no nothing. We just playing this boring thing. Let me cook. That is the message from Mr. Cole Palmer. So, Anthony, bring Anthony at Chelsea. Bring the goat. Bring the goat. What else? Cristiano Ronaldo still playing the game. His contract is almost over. And Gianni Infantino want him in the World Cup. Gianni Infantino want him in the World Cup and want to shoehorn him in whatever team it is. And Cristiano Ronaldo is a good player. The problem is, most of the time, it's somebody's fault, not his fault. If you look at the chance that he missed in the Asian Cup, Asian Champions League semi-final, right? The last kick of the game. Empty net. He kicked it off target. Himself was like, what have I just done? But you will see the cultists. That is not his fault. Yeah, it's somebody. It says to be the weather or Sadio Mane or Messi who sent the juju or something. Never, ever, ever his fault. So now, he said a few days ago, my chapter is over here, but the story will continue, but the chapter ends here. So it's kind of blaming everybody but himself. When he scores, everybody happy. And when they lose, it's somebody's fault, never his fault. All right. So, Gianni Infantino is trying to get the last dollar from Messi and Ronaldo. He tried to squeeze everything he can from these people. Even going to some streamers online to try to sell the club World Cup and make people believe that you have to buy your ticket because Cristiano Ronaldo, he might play. He might go to another team. Infantino said that he's going to make a special transfer thing just for Ronaldo. Like you can even sign him for 1 month transfer and he's allowed to go back to... Like the rules don't apply when it comes to certain people. I can change the rules. I'm the king. I would do whatever I want. Because it's about money. Money, money, money. Money, 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 money. Money. Anyways, people, we continue here. Marcus Rashford apparently going to Barcelona. Barcelona want him. And he need to take a price cut, though. He need to take a significant salary cut because Barcelona are not going to pay you 400K a week, bro. Come on. You are not in that level of money that you are at United. So let's wait and see what is going to happen with this brother, Marcus Rashford. Bobby Charlton. Remember him? Sir Bobby. Hendrik is called Sir Bobby, for people who don't know. Because he said that he loves Bobby Charlton. When His grandfather probably wasn't born when Bobby was playing football back in the day. But the way he talked about Bobby Charlton, it's kind of funny. So people just nicknamed him Bobby Charlton, Mr. Hendrick. So I really like the guy. I think he need playing time. He needs to play week in, week out, you know. Sitting on the bench at Real Madrid is not going to help him. And you're not going to play ahead of Mbappe. It's going to be league games or second half for 10 minutes or 5 minutes. You don't develop. I think he need to play. Real Madrid need to allow him to leave, right? Go on loan for 1 season or 2 seasons and then come back. But apparently, Alonso is a big fan and he's going to give him playing time. This guy here, Jordan Henderson, actually Sunderland want him because he came from there, right? Liverpool bought him from there. He's at Ajax at the moment. They missed out on the championship. They didn't win the cup. They had 7 games. All they had to do is to win 1 game out of 7 to win the Dutch league. And they didn't win any of the games. They collapsed in the end, and PSV were handled the title. Sunderland is where he started. He is how old is he? 33 or 34? It could be the experience that that Sunderland needs. I'm kind of sick and tired of seeing like the promoted teams going back immediately. For 2 seasons now, all 3 promoted teams went back down. So I hope that this season is gonna be 2 or 1 of them is gonna stay, you know. They have to learn from the past, you know. The likes of Leicester City, Ipswich, they didn't learn from last season what happened the previous season. And they are back in the championship. The championship is like hell on earth. It's not easy. So when you make it to the Premier League already, you have to take advantage. You have to do whatever you can to stay. So this Henderson guy, he left Saudi a lot of money in the bank. He was there like for 6 months. He was like, no man, no, I can't survive here. All right. Slowly and surely, I am going to close the show and try to do something else or go back to sleep. What are the stadium plans for Chelsea and also Old Trafford? I heard Newcastle is also building a new stadium. We don't know what is happening with Chelsea stadium plan. It's a lot of politics involved and a lot of fight between the owners. So, yeah, I don't want to even think about it. Old Trafford, they already have a plan there. The problem with Newcastle United or Old Trafford is they have space to build it. There are already acres of space, free space, where they can build it. But Chelsea Stamford Bridge is in the heart of rich people, London, where you have to go through every single step with a lot of complication to develop the place. Roman Abramovich, it took him like 3 years of fighting before getting an authorization to build the Stamford Bridge. But unfortunately, the permit expired for politics reasons, so we didn't build the new Stamford Bridge. So it's a lot of politics there, man. I don't want to think about Chelsea, but Manchester United, the government even is going to support them building that stadium. So they might not even pay a lot of money. It's going to be taxpayer because they're going to contribute to the economy. They're going to bring jobs. They're going to bring tourism. They're going to bring whatever it is. So the government is going to support a big part of that project. So it's easy. They have the land. They can develop even on the site, and it's gonna because the site's still very big. But Stamford Bridge is like a tiny. You have to move the railway that is closed. You have to modify road. You have you're gonna have like all kind of human right, the bat right. There is a cemetery there, a little cemetery, but close to Stamford Bridge. It's always a problem. Somebody is gonna sue for something. Is gonna try to get something, and it's just so complicated with everything. So yeah, that's the difference. But I don't want to even think about it. What I think is Chelsea deserve a better stadium because Stamford Bridge is too small and too old for modern Chelsea Football Club. Maybe one day, maybe our kid or grandkid will see the Stamford Bridge, but I don't think that they are taking it seriously. A lot of politics behind it. All right, people. Thank you so much. Let me double check if there is a here we go or something. Double check on some other breaking news if there are any, so we can leave and come back or not. If I don't say Colin Shaw or something, I will definitely be back for the Champions League. I just don't know if it's gonna be behind the scenes or I'm gonna be live and taking calls. So if I don't say Colin or you don't see me on the screen, that means it is what it is. Kevin De Bruyne to Napoli is happening. You see here when Mr. Romano put this, that means is a here we go. So Kevin De Bruyne is gonna play with his brother Big Rom, Romelu Lukaku, and Antonio Conte. I think they might win the Scudetto next season. They might also challenge for the Champions League because Antonio Conte is about to winning, right? He doesn't want to wait for project or develop kid. He just wants key players in key positions, and he's going to win you titles. That's what he did everywhere he been, except for Tottenham Hotspurs. But Tottenham Hotspurs, the curse is over now. So they are winning again. So I think it's a new start for the Spurs. Arsenal are gonna replace Tottenham Hotspurs in terms of they don't win anything for 17 years. And if Arteta think that next season is gonna be the last interview that I saw, he was like, when I think about about next season, I have goosebumps. Okay, I feel good. So basically, we're gonna do it. Listen, Chelsea are gonna get better. Tottenham Hotspurs are gonna get better. Liverpool, look at the transfer that they are making right now. They are not done yet. Vince is coming. Frimpong is already confirmed. And some other positions, including a very good number 9 is gonna join them. Manchester City, Pep Guardiola went without a trophy last season. I can't believe I'm talking about the last season already. It looks like the Premier League is still going on. But anyways, Pep Guardiola is going to be angry, hungry, and ready again. So if you think, I think Arsenal just let their chance just gone, you know? They had a chance to really win trophies if they had a very good striker. Arteta, instead of buying strikers, he preferred to buy defenders. Every time people are waiting for a striker, he brings Calafiori, Mikel Merino, Kivio or something. And I think your time is done. Your time is gone, bro. It's going to be somebody's next season. So Arsenal might actually replace Tottenham Hotspurs. We're gonna start calling them Spursy arse. Spursy arse. Because guess what? Tottenham are winning trophies. Timo Werner is going back to Leipzig, but he's not gonna stay there. Yeah. Very sad it didn't work for him at Tottenham Hotspurs. But he's a Champions League winner. Was he on the list of Tottenham Hotspurs? Did he get the medal for Europa League? I don't know, but I'm sure. Yeah, probably. I think he did. So, Turbo Timo, man, what a guy, what a player. Regulon also is leaving Tottenham Hotspurs. This guy really, he been everywhere. Real Madrid, Real Sociedad, Manchester United, Brighton, Tottenham Hotspurs. He been all over the place. I still remember when Chelsea fans wanted him at any cost when Chelsea went for Ben Chilwell. Oh my Lord. Another overrated English player is coming instead of going for Regulon. Look at Regulon. He did this and that. I know him since he was a kid. Absolutely a bowler. Missing piece. I don't know why people have such hatred when it comes to English players and especially academy product. I just don't get it. Like, you are in their countries, you know. If you hate them that much, just don't watch their league. Go support your local team or something. Why can't you just support your high schools and forget about the Premier League? Andrew Santos really want to play for Chelsea. He's a proper Chelsea. Say, everybody knows my love for Chelsea Football Club. I want to come to Chelsea. I want to make an impact. I want to play a big role. And he's going to do it next season. I like the guy, man. It's going to just be interesting to see. What are we going to do with 1,000 midfielders that we have, man? Andrew Santos, Dario Isugu is coming to. Moises Caicedo is untouchable. At least Moises Caicedo can have some rest and spend time with his daughter, you know? Because he played 38 games. 38 games out of 38 games. 38 out of 38. You don't want to overplay him. You don't want him to get a bad knee injury that will take him out for a year or so. He need a little bit of rest, some rotation, you know, play him in the Champions League key games. Give him some rest, man. Moises Caicedo deserves a lot of rest. All right. Anyways, 7 hours, almost 8 hours to go until the Champions League kickoff. I will be back at some capacity, probably live call-in or probably just the commentary and vibes and me watching the game behind the scenes with my Blue Army. Yeah, I can promise something, but it doesn't depend on me. I have people that are my bosses, you know. When they say something, I have to do it. So I can't tell that. That's why I don't have like a fixed schedule of like every day I'm here at some point, because I still have the little one, the Blue Army, that need to spend time with me. So it doesn't depend on me. And sometimes when I put those commentary, I'm not even there. I'm driving somewhere, but I just want to keep people with something on the screen. So this guy here, he used to be like Pep Guardiola. No. Pep Guardiola. Jurgen Klopp assistant manager, right? And then Klopp left. He also left. He took a job, I think, in one of the clubs. I think RB Salzburg or something, somewhere, right? He took a coaching job somewhere. He got fired before even the end of the season because he was horrible. Now Pep Guardiola wants him as an assistant coach. So you see, Pep Guardiola always ahead of everybody. He knows that this Jurgen Klopp actually gave him hard time. You know, hard time, like, you know, you can see tactical plan between the two managers when they were playing against each other, you are like, wow. This is two geniuses here doing what they do best. Now, Pep Guardiola took advantage. Klopp is retired from being a head coach. We don't know if he's going to come back. He took his assistant. So what's going to happen is this guy is going to bring some new ideas. You know, that's how you learn. That's how you grow. You bring people with a different philosophy. People who can even think more than you. You bring them in the staff and you build a team. So Pep Guardiola getting Jurgen Klopp's assistant manager, this is genius. Genius idea in my humble opinion. All right, I'm going to have to leave. But this is my page. Twitter. Green Turf. Okay? You're going to find some very, very good stuff every single day. Like this baby here. Baby Reece James complaining about Maresca leaving him on the bench.
So, Maresca thought it was a good idea to leave his captain on the bench in a final. Listen up, Gaffer. You cannot replace me. I'm that good. I'm Reece James, serial winner. So,
yeah. You can't leave your captain and serial winner like Reece James on the bench. So you're going to find some funny stuff to make your day. Like Cucurella is trying to be a Senegalese. He is trying to get a passport. He's changing his citizenship. You want to become Sheikh Diouf. That is his new name.
Hi, I'm Mark Cucurella. I'm here to tell right now that I love Africa. I love Senegal. The food, the fashion, the music, everything is beautiful. My African friends starting calling me Sheikh Diouf. So, I decided to apply for Senegalese citizenship. I'm taking Wolof class. I'm leaving Chelsea to join AS Douane. Thank you for understanding. Hi.
Yeah, so that is Mark Cucurella. He always loves like African food, African clothes. When Jackson wears something, you will see Cucurella the next day wearing the same thing, some Senegalese fashion. So yeah, that's me here. Delap, we don't know what number he's gonna get. Number 9. That is very heavy number. But probably he's the guy that will say, yeah, I'm taking number 9. I am going to show you that the number don't play football. If you are crap, you are crap. Whatever number you wear. I'm gonna take the number 9. I'm gonna show you that number 9 is not cursed, you know. So Delap number 9. Superstition. I don't believe in superstition. I just believe they are stupid people. If you are bad and you look for excuses, and that, well, yeah, human being, they always find excuses of something.
Yeah, they had us the first half. I'm not going to lie. They had us, but they had us. But it took guts. It took an attitude. That's all it takes. That's all it takes to be successful is an attitude. Yeah, they had us the first half. I'm not going to.
What it takes to be successful is attitude. That the attitude that we showed in the second half against Betis, that's what made us win the game. It's about attitude, man. It's about attitude. Anyways, no more questions, so I'm going to have to say goodbye for now. I have to drive out of town at some point here. 45-50 minutes away. Bowling Green, Kentucky is where I'm going. Okay, remember how Sir Alex Ferguson Alex Ferguson would change his assistant manager every 2 or 3 years in order to get new ideas and fresh air in the dressing room and the training ground. Yeah, it's a good thing to bring new ideas. And Sir Alex Ferguson was a champion of that. Even when they had big stars, the best number 9 in the world, he's gonna bring another number 9 or another superstar, so you don't feel comfortable. You're always under pressure, So refreshing your staff, refreshing your players, putting them under pressure is the way to go. And that's what Chelsea missed at the beginning of the season of, relax, we are good. And my dream striker is Jackson. I don't want anybody else. And how do you expect people just to, have fear about their positions, when they know, oh man, we're still young. We are the youngest team in the Premier League. So even if the door is open, only 1 point, 1 game to win, so we are top of the table, we don't care. Oh, no, let's bottle it, man. We're still young. We're still babies. Freaking 25 years old with 4 babies, and you're calling them, oh, we're still young. What's young? What freaking young is it? I just hate people who are giving that stupid excuse about Chelsea being young and being whatever. We have World Cup winners. We have Champions League winners. We have people who've been there, done it, been in finals, lost finals, been through pretty much everything. What that has to do with your age is the attitude. We lacked attitude. It's about attitude that you're going to have. If you have an attitude of, I'm still Yamal, so I'm going to take it easy. I'm not going to win the Ballon d'Or because I'm still young. So you baby them. You make them believe that they are young and they can't succeed anything in life because they're still young. And then they're not going to develop to anything. Kind of a freaking... We are the youngest team. But we can make history, all right? We can make history to say, okay, but we are the youngest team, but guess what? We won the league because we can, because we have quality, but not go there and baby them and say, oh, please don't win anything because we are young. Bloody hell, have a good attitude, man. Good character, have that attitude. Age is just a number, right?
Yeah, they had us the first half. I'm not going to lie. They had us, but they had us. But it took guts. It took an attitude. That's all it takes. That's all it takes to be successful is an attitude. Yeah, they had us the first half. I'm not going to lie. They had us, but they had us. But it took guts. It took...
Mr. Ice. Oh, DJ is in the building. Are you there,
Big
brother?
up, bro. Big up, Orgs. How are you? You all right?
Yes, sir. I'm all right. I was closing the shop, but I saw you, so I have to give you a few minutes. No, it's not about being sorry.
Come on, I didn't know you were closing up. Sorry about that, man. How long have you been streaming for?
For 1 hour and 22 minutes.
Oh, bro, usually I get notification when you come up. I don't know what's going on with the YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube is
algorithm.
dead. YouTube is dead. It's just like
they don't.
Yeah, they don't recommend. You have to pay them actually money for them to promote your videos and your channel. Now it's like, you load a video and they ask you how much are you gonna pay me so I can push your videos to other people. But I don't make money. I don't monetize my channel. So why am I going to pay them money? I'm having fun, so I'm okay.
Yeah.
If 2 people are gonna watch, good. If 1 person or 0 people, I'm okay. So it is what it is. So how you been? Are you back in UK?
No, not yet, bro. Still in Romania.
Oh, okay.
Still in Romania. Still here. Due back. Yeah, we're due back on Wednesday.
Okay.
So yeah, still. But I'm gonna watch the Champions League final tonight. Obviously, we got the games here, so it's not so. It's good.
Good.
So gonna watch it. It'll be 10 o'clock our time here when the actual kickoff happens there, because I believe it's 8 o'clock, isn't it there? And I think it's going to be 10 o'clock for me here, because we're 2 hours ahead here in Romania. So so I'm looking forward to that game. In terms of, I'm going for a PSG win. I've backed them all the way in this whole tournament, to be honest with you. I think when the tournament first started, I said they're going to win it this time round because of who their manager is for one and how they've been playing. I know they were not that great in the group state, in the latter stage, in the beginning stages, but they have improved a great lot after that. So for me, they're the team to beat this evening. But yeah, and hopefully they'll do the business. I'd like to see Luis Enrique get another Champions League.
Yeah, me, I hate PSG because I support the local
I know
team.
you do.
But for the country, for what it's gonna mean for France and for
Yeah.
personal players that I know in the team, I would like them to do it for the country, for the promotion of the league and all that. Even though I know that it's gonna be, you know, it's gonna be a big mouth talking over there, because in France, in the history, they only won one time, Marseille.
Yes. Yeah.
Marseille only. So for the country, for the league, for everything, I want a PSG to take it. But even they lose, I'm not gonna regret or anything. But I wanna them to do it for the country, for the prestige and all that. But in terms of like banter, local banter, I just don't like them. But today, let them win.
Who are the favourites out of the two clubs? I'm assuming Inter because of their history. I'm assuming into this tournament tonight, or has it PSG been marked down as favourites?
Looks like the stars are aligned for PSG. Let me tell you. Let me remind you. 12 years ago, Chelsea Football Club went to that stadium after losing few years prior to that final. So PSG are going in the same kind of context. They lost the first Champions League final, right? Against Bayern Munich.
Yes, they did. I remember that.
And then this is their second time. I think they're going to win it in that stadium that is known as, giving a chance to the second try. Chelsea beat Bayern in that same stadium, Allianz Arena. They are on backyard. So I think it's going to be a tough game. It's going to be a tough game. This is a
I
final.
hope they do the business. I hope they do the business, mate.
Yeah,
I just said because
Inter, I'm afraid of Inter too because they are so well organized. If they score first, they can make life difficult for PSG.
Oh, definitely. I mean, look, and it could also be Simeone Inzaghi's last swan song, couldn't it? If he ends up going to
Saudi,
to Saudi, So he probably want to go out on a high. But I reckon they'll be stupid to let him go to Al Hilal. But again, it comes down to money. It comes down to the player manager himself. If he thinks he's going for the money, then he'll just go there. Otherwise, if he's actually thinking about prestige and wanting to stay here, he'll stay with Inter Milan. But let's see what happens on that one, mate. In terms of that. But as I said, I'm hoping PSG can do the business tonight. I don't know how they're going. I don't think he's Dembele's fit for the final, isn't he?
Dembele?
Ousmane Dembele. Yeah, he's fit for the final.
Yeah, he's fit. He's fit. Yeah,
he's the danger man, isn't he? He's the danger man, isn't he? But let's see, mate.
The problem with PSG, they have a very good striker, but I don't know for some reason.
Ramos.
Gonzalo Ramos, but for some reason the manager don't trust him, and he lost a little bit of confidence because even if you look against Arsenal, he could have scored like 2 goals in 2 minutes or so. Hit the post 1-on-1, but I don't blame him for that. I think that the confidence is gone because you are not given a chance and you feel like I'm not good enough, so you miss those chances.
Yeah.
That's brother when he was in his country. In Portugal, oh my goodness! One of the best in Europe. He was absolutely a killer. So I don't really believe on what people say that he's a flop or whatever. I think it's if he goes to a team where the manager trusts him, he's number one, right?
100%.
He's gonna prove people wrong. He's gonna score a lot of goals, and I think he need to leave after this final.
I was gonna say that.
Come to Chelsea.
I wouldn't mind him at Chelsea. I mean, look, there's talks of us going for this other strikers. I mean, obviously we've got Liam Delap signed up. I do believe he's doing his medical on Monday, and then you've got there's still a lot of talk behind Ikakite coming to Chelsea. I've got a feeling that deal's not closed yet. I know. Ben Jacobs went on another stream. I don't know if you ever watch other streams, and said that Chelsea are not looking at a second striker. They're actually looking for a winger. That's supposed to be the next guy that comes into the football club. So they're not really looking. What he thinks is happening is he thinks that because Liverpool in for Ikakite, what his club are doing at the moment is they're trying to make a battle war between the two English clubs of who gets the highest price for him. And that could be the situation. But then I'm seeing again today, despite what he said, despite what he said though, I'm still seeing strong links with other tier one journalists saying that Itakite is actually now the deal is not far away from happening. So I don't know what to make of it, bro. I really don't know. I mean, look, Gyokeres has always been my choice because I think we need experience in that. We do need experience in that front line. I mean, signing Itakite, is it going to be like again signing another type player like Jackson? Even though I don't think they're the same. I actually think Itakite's got more about his game like Isak does. I think they have a similar game style.
Exactly.
Where I think
That's
he could actually
spot
be
on.
more deadlier. You know, for me personally, right? If I'm watching the way Isak plays and the way he plays the game, so in that way, I think, you know what, if we can get him, I won't be complaining. But as I said, Gyokeres is my first. Obviously, Victor Osimhen will still continue being my number one choice. As I said it all along, I still think he's a guy that's the miss. I think the thing of all is, I don't know if you saw on yesterday's news, Orgs, he cancelled his press conference because apparently he was supposed to reveal his next club.
Oh yeah,
and then his press conference was cancelled. I wonder why. And everyone thought it was going. Everyone thought it was Saudi Arabia. I think it was Al Hilal looking at him, or the other. I can't remember which one, other one it was.
yeah.
But he cancelled it.
Oh wow.
So they're basically saying that it might not be. He might not be going. And from my understanding from the reports I've been hearing and what I've been hearing from his. I don't know if you watched this Nigerian known. There's a Nigerian known. I watch a lot of his. He's got a channel as well.
Yeah.
He knows Victor Osimhen personally.
Okay.
And apparently Victor Osimhen does not want to go. Apparently he does not want to go to Saudi now in his time. He still thinks he's got a lot to offer. He wants to stay in Europe. He wants to he wants to preferably come to the Premiership. I know Juventus have been looking at him, but he doesn't want to go Juventus.
Just come
But he
to
wants to
Chelsea.
come
To Chelsea, brother. Hey,
But
look at us.
Yeah,
Come play
but you
the
know what?
Champions League with
I tell
us,
you what,
man. Yeah.
Exactly, but I tell you what, if these owners can pull this deal, because do you remember Orgs, when we pulled off the Neto deal? No one knew about the Pedro Neto deal. It was just from under the radar that came in. Remember?
Yeah.
When we signed Pedro Neto, no one knew we were getting him. Talks
Yeah,
have
it
been
was
taken
out of
away
the
from
blue.
time ago,
Yeah.
out of the blue. So I just wonder if Osimhen's going to be another out of a blue signing.
Yeah, man.
I mean,
Fingers
all these talks
crossed.
of Itakite, Gyokeres, and so on are all just smoke screens.
Yeah.
You know, it'd be interesting, you know, if that was to happen. But I think his wages is going to be a killer. I think that's the only thing. But I look at it this way, right? Chelsea have just qualified for the Champions League, right? This ownership have come out. So already the players are going to be getting an increasement already for qualifying for the Champions League. So they automatically get a pay increase in their salaries, right? So I reckon they probably would be happy on that kind of money of increase that's come to them, right? I know Reece James has gone to what, 300,000 a week now. I do believe, because he was on 250. So they've got 50. If you're going to look at it that way, 50,000 increase. So Cole Palmer's probably now getting what, 150,000 a week now.
Yeah.
At Chelsea now, after that increase. So going and getting someone like
You're breaking a little bit, brother. Your microphone.
Osimhen, you know, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Can you hear me? Yeah.
Yes,
So I'm
sir.
just saying, getting Victor Osimhen on that kind of money wouldn't be so bad.
Yeah.
But again, what are they going to do? Do you think that could happen?
There are certain players that you have to break your own rules. You know, you have to break the rules for them because they are just the missing pieces. Like he's the guy that we need on top there, and he's gonna score a lot of goals.
I don't get that for a second. And one other one I'll ask you about, goalkeeper. I mean, are you very happy about going into next season with Sanchez and Jorgensen as our goalkeepers?
No, I want
'Cause I'm not.
Petrovic, our number one. Jorgensen, if he wanna stay on the bench, or Penders, because Jorgensen might probably want to go somewhere where he can play and for the national team and all that. So I don't want that guy. But you know what? I'm gonna disappoint you right now. If you look at the interview after we won the Conference League, the manager came out to say, if we won the Conference League, it's because of Robert Sanchez. If we won, if we qualify for the Champions League next season, it's because of Robert Sanchez. So people go up and down during the season. It's not a problem.
God.
So he started already cooking the way for Chelsea fans to accept Robert Sanchez and say, wow, it wasn't a bad season because we won a trophy. We qualify for the Champions League. This is a good guy. Like interview, if you go to even on my page on Twitter, you might watch the clip that I put there this morning about Enzo Maresca talking about Robert Sanchez. So that is telling me that there are a lot of politics behind closed doors that is happening to keep him as a number one. I don't want to go through heart attack again. Okay, it's good. He finished the season on high. It's a good opportunity to get some money out of him.
Totally agree.
You know, it's like, hey, this is European champion. Hey, give me my 25 million that I paid for him. Nobody's gonna pay.
Do you know the funny thing of all these, Orgs? How can he say if we win the Conference League, he only started one match in that Conference League?
Yeah.
And he's saying, Jorgensen is going to throw that as a kick in the face, mate.
Yeah, but
I mean, that's the kick in the face to Jorgensen's face.
Well, he said also the same thing for Jadon Sancho because they asked him about certain players, are you going to keep them or not? They didn't even ask him about Sanchez, and that is very important. They asked him about Jadon Sancho, and he said Jadon is one of the reasons we are here and we finished top 4. And he jumped quickly to give a long speech about Robert Sanchez. So you see, like he was looking for an opportunity to jump and say, he's not that good. You know, we are here because of him. So, Ben Robert is a big guy in the office at Chelsea right now. He's the guy who brought Robert Sanchez from Brighton. He's been working with him since the age of 18. They know each other like family. He's like a father figure.
Yeah.
So he's going to fight until the last second for Robert Sanchez to play the Champions League with Chelsea. So
I tell you what, bro. It's a big... I'm not going to lie to you. I get what you're saying, Orgs. And I think we both know, me and you here, I think it's going to be a big mistake. I mean, listen,
it is.
How I look at the situation, right, with Sanchez. Thank you very much, Mr. Sanchez.
Mm-hmm.
You've done your bit. But unfortunately, we don't think you're going to be good enough to take us to the next step that we want to go as our number one goalkeeper. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to go and find a new goalkeeper. We're going to sell you for the right price. That's coming in. That's how a real football person will be thinking.
Just give me a call
behind the scenes.
Give me a call. I will take him to the airport. I have a Toyota Corolla 2004. It's smoking. It's the engine is flashing all over the place, but I can drive him myself to the airport. We can get there.
Bruv, mate. Let me come and join you, mate. I'll come and join you, especially so we can both drop them together, mate. And say good riddance to you, bro. Yeah, you've done well, fantastic. Bye-bye. Going to the sunset now. You know, go and get another club. You've got the European experience now. I'm sure you can walk into any other club around Europe now that you've got that experience, and you're a European trophy winner now. You're a conference winner. You're a conference winner, bro. Yeah.
You are champions of Europe. Champions of Europe. Man,
I'm sure lots of the clubs, especially I'm sure lots of the clubs in Europe would love to take you on board, right? Because what's annoying me about this whole thing with Petrovic, right? Is I don't know if you saw in the last couple of days, Monaco really want him.
Yeah.
And they're going to go all out for him, right? And he's willing to go to Monaco. This is the worst thing of all for Chelsea fans. He's happy to go to Monaco.
Because he's not guaranteed to come and play for Chelsea. Maresca clearly don't rate him.
That is a big mistake. And I tell you what, if you're going to go with Sanchez into the Champions League, we are going to get absolutely cooked,
destroyed.
Bro.
Yeah.
We're going to be destroyed because, the defense can hold out as much. They'll do as much as they possibly can, yes. But you need your goalkeeper for games like that. And for me, Sanchez is not the answer. I don't. Anyone can come on here and disagree with me all they like. I've said it before. You've done well for us. You've got us. You've got as far as you possibly can. Sell you now and go and get another goalkeeper because this guy's not. And there's so many goalkeepers. You can go and get Martinez from Aston Villa. You can go and get this. What's this kid's name at France that everyone's looking at? He's supposed to be the top goalkeeper in France.
Chevalier.
Chevalier. 23 years old. He looks the business. I've seen Aston Villa, Manchester United are all looking at this guy.
Very, very good. Yeah, I tell you what,
Yeah,
he's
why
one
are we
of
not
the
looking
best
at this guy?
in the French league. Yeah.
Why are we not looking at this guy? Even him. He's what, 23 years old. He meets the right wage as well. Age group for these guys. Why not go and get this guy? He's got the height.
Yeah, he
Okay,
got
and
everything.
he'd
He
be
can
ideal,
play from
man.
the back. He
Everything
can
about him.
also dominate the box and all that. Yeah.
Diogo
I
Costa, we
agree.
know is not going to come because they're not going to pay the wages
Yeah,
and
they're
pay the
not
money
gonna
for
pay
him.
the price.
Who's my number one choice?
Mm.
But I tell you what, go and get this guy, mate. I mean, I don't know why we're even hesitating, not even looking at this guy. It's beyond.
People's
I don't
Republic,
understand.
you are always late
up.
because we were closing the shop already. What do you have to say?
Big up, People's
You have
Republic.
3
Big up.
minutes.
Hey, Mr. Distinguished. And
Yes, let's go.
no, I'm just listening to this anti-Sanchez agenda here going on. I'm very, very shocked because
Oh God.
I know exactly. I don't blame you for saying that. But I agree with you. Yes, at the beginning of the season, Sanchez was heart attack city, as Mr. Oaks likes to say. But you have to be honest. The guy came on strong. He has come on strong. He's matured. He's become a leader, and he's made that spot his own. Now that he's found out that the competition is not good enough for places, he's grown. You have to admit that those blunders we used to see in the beginning.
I don't deny People's Republic. He's a good shot stopper. I'm not denying he's a good shot stopper, bro. I totally agree. He's a good shot stopper, right?
But when he's
not
asked to
disagreeing with
play
that.
from the back,
But
he's horrible.
When he's under pressure, though, bro, let's be real here. How many times have you seen his passes go out to the opposition team, even when he's been good? He kicks the ball out.
99% of the
It
time
still
it
goes out
to
to the opposition teammate, and it causes an attack, and then it causes a big panic. The opposition come against us and they bang out, and 9 times they score a goal. I mean, listen. I don't deny he's a good shot stopper, but I just don't think.
Who's that? Is not that down to the manager?
Yeah, the manager also is playing a big role.
Yeah,
if the manager is gonna improve
Formation-wise,
his system, because when he said if you don't play short or you kick long, you're not gonna play for me anymore. You know, so he was playing under a lot of fear. Like I tell you what, Peter Cech is not going to play in this tiki-taka Maresca ball. People were going to call him absolutely flop, get rid, blah, blah, the worst goalkeeper ever. You know, Peter Schmeichel. You go to Van der Steur.
Wow, yeah, what a keeper.
All of them are crap because they can't play this 1,000 system of Maresca. So I was one of the people that were defending Robert Sanchez last season, this season at the beginning. But at some point when he started like the far post or the near post conceding some stupid goal, coming off the line and not even punching the ball, and he will miss the ball like 99% of the time, instead of like come and like punch the ball, release the pressure, he's gonna miss it, and then somebody's gonna take advantage and score. When he started making those stupid mistake that has nothing to do with playing from the back is where I was like, now I see the other side of this guy Sanchez. Not only the playing from the back thing, but some little things that he can't do. But if under another manager, even under Jose Mourinho, with the discipline of Jose Mourinho, he's not going to tell him to play tiki-taka from the back. He's going to give him strict instructions. And Mourinho also is going to help you. He's going to allow you also to think outside the box. Make the decision that you feel comfortable at that time. Maresca don't allow them that. Maresca will say, you pass the ball. You see Caicedo in front. Caicedo is surrounded by 3 opposition players, right? And Sanchez don't have any option. He need to pass to Caicedo because otherwise the manager is going to be angry. Hello, use common sense here. Caicedo can't beat 3 people. He's going to commit a mistake. He's going to get a yellow card or red card because he's going to put a bad tackle. It's common 100%. Sense. Football.
100%, bro.
If you are
100%.
under pressure like this, you don't have any option. You are under pressure. Kick it as long as you can. Call your defense back. Organize yourself and go again. Maresca don't
Right.
allow people to use their
Uh,
own instinct.
But Maresca did change his ways. If you notice, he had to, when the pressure was there, these kind of things, if you notice, they changed as well. The system changed a little bit because all this, in German they say Feinschmecker, all this nice tiki-taka, whatever Maresca's ideas was, he had to climb off that high horse and come back down to bread and butter basics because the pressure was there, and he was realizing this is my job on the line, the Champions League's on the line, whatever on the line. So if he's able to climb down there and allow, as Mr. Oakes likes to say, players play in the right position, players play common sense football, and things like goalkeeper not always having to pass the ball short, actually kick the ball into row Z if you're under pressure, that kind of thing. Then it's down to Maresca. Maresca should not force this guy to be doing this kind of thing when he knows.
To his credit, we started winning 1-0 and playing also long. Sometimes, like when we are under pressure, I saw few times that, Robert Sanchez is like, okay, forget about it. I'm going to kick it long. And after the game, like Maresca came to say, yeah, we conceded a goal because he kicked it long or something like that. But I think even players themselves are tired. Cole Palmer came the last time to say, I was sick and tired of backwards, sideways, and I took charge of myself. So even players themselves, they hate this kind of system of repeating the thing. They know they can beat anybody. They know they can go now and win the game. And you telling them, if you do this, I'm going to sub you, do this and that. People, like the players themselves, are sick and tired of this. So I hope
I'll be real with both of you. Sorry, Augs, I'll be real with both of you, bruv. Yeah, both of you. I'll be real. If he makes these mistakes in the Champions League, he's out on his ear. He's going to be sacked. Yeah, because there's no way these owners are going to allow him to make that mistake in the Champions League. He got away with it. Let's be real here, Purpose Republic. Yeah, the reason why Sanchez has become where he was is because they were allowed to get away with it in some games, right? But when you're in a higher competition like the Champions League, you cannot afford to make mistakes as he's been doing in the Premiership. Because if you do, you're going to get cooked. The opposition teams are going to cook you, bruv.
One mistake is goal. Can I ask you a question, Mr. DJ? That's a small question, because you mentioned something very interesting before. So you're saying that Chelsea's maybe looking for a winger. And now they've signed Delap. So if let's just say, for example, they do find a winger, does this mean the end for Madueke? Does this mean the end for Jackson? Or who are going to be the sacrificial lambs here?
I've got a feeling it's going to be Noni Madueke and it's going to be Jackson. Because I don't know if you've seen reports coming out today and a couple of days yesterday. And I thought it was just crap rumours, but I've been actually getting more and more into it. It's more and more people are now reporting it. Both Jackson and Noni Madueke's positions in the club are not sustainable as people are making out to be. I think Noni Madueke apparently is Milan are looking at this guy, but his price tag is too high. But I think if the right money was to come down on the table for him, I think Newcastle are also looking at him as an option. I think if the right money was to come in, Noni Madueke could end up being sold. Jackson, I've seen, is wanted by Manchester United. That is a link that doesn't seem to be going away. I just thought it was just, someone mentioned it yesterday or a couple of days ago. I thought, it's just rubbish. Yeah, because his rumours have been coming out about Jackson to United for a while now, and I'm thinking, it's nonsense. But then I'm seeing more and more reports coming out in the last couple of days. Jackson's links to United are very strong.
Wow.
And, there's a possibility that he could end up going to Manchester United. Now, I hope that doesn't mean that we get Garnacho coming the other way, because I don't want this guy. I don't want this guy
even worse, Highland.
Anywhere near our football club.
Garnacho, come on, bro.
Highland.
I have to fly. I have to go to Los Angeles and have a word with Todd Bowley. I have to go and have a word. Why are you getting Garnacho for what, really? Like, I don't see what is special about Garnacho. Anybody, please tell me. What is special about that brother?
On his day, he's good. On his day, he's good. On his day, he's good.
Yeah, he's a talent. He's a talent, Augs.
Yeah, he's a talent.
We got too much in our team already.
How many talent we have to develop? Now we're looking for a finished article. We're looking for men that can help those kids.
Somehow or another, I don't think it's Stav. You can imagine you're going to have more. You're going to have you got Enzo in there, right? And you're getting a Stavo in. I tell you what, I'd rather us go and get, if we're going on that level, just go and shock everybody the ownership and just go and get Rodrigo, mate. Go and get Rodrigo. Make him that flipping, what do you call it, that signing, that big name signing that that everyone can see at Chelsea mean business. And go and get this guy on the left hand side as a left wing, because I think he'll do well for us on that left side. But for me, look, as I said, going back to Sanchez, sorry, right?
Yeah.
I don't think he's the guy for us for the Champions League. And I tell you what, we're gonna get cooked in it, because the defense will be great. I'm not going to deny our defense here, because if you see who we've been linked with, Hato and Braithwaite have been the two defenders that we're going to be going and getting in the next couple of weeks. All right, I don't mind those two coming in. Right, my concern is still going to be Sanchez, mate, in goal. And as I said, this guy's always got that mistake in him. I'm afraid to say he has.
Yeah.
The guy's, you just know it. In the Champions League, he'll get cooked.
Yeah.
Believe me, he'll get cooked, and he won't be allowed to get away with it. Huh?
I saw Ancelotti, was when he pulled his first squad, Brazil squad. So he recalled Casemiro, old man Casemiro. And only for the reason that he says that he has so much experience, he can guide all the young players and all that, which is fair enough. If we at Chelsea were to find an old experienced player to come into the team, I've been trying to dig inside my mind, but I don't know who could
Not
be that old
everybody's going to
experienced.
have the Thiago Silva impact in the team.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. Who could we find? That Thiago Silva type of player with that old experienced one? Who would you think?
The centre back from Inter Milan. I do believe we've been linked with him. What's his name? Bastoni. I've seen links to him in the last couple of days. Again,
Jonathan Tah was there, but he just signed for.
We got him on a free. We could have him on a free. You know that, Orgs. Jonathan Tah.
Yeah, he was on free. He signed on free for. We didn't even try to get him. I don't know why. Because he's 28 years old. Come on. We need experience in this team. Mr. SKFC, thank you so much. He said that, man, 7:30 where I live, and I can't believe that you've been here for almost 2 hours. Wow.
Oh,
so he said, big respect. Yeah, I woke up because my Blue Army, before they wake up, this is the only time that I have, like, free, instead of people kicking you around and using you like they're a horse. So, I want to make a little bit like regular time, because I've been so much like out of the blue, I'm there. So people don't really know if I'm live or not. So I decided that,
I don't get your notifications now, Walks. Before, every time
before
it
used to be
notification come on.
YouTube is done. YouTube is gone, bro. It's nothing now. We have to pay them money before they do anything. But I'm here for fun, so I'm not going to pay them any money. So, nice to see you, Mr. SK. Thank you so much. All right. Everybody, bring the last topic, and then we're going to close the shop and leave and come back for the Champions League tonight.
Yeah, go for it, bro.
Who are you guys rooting for the Champions League final to win? I know Mr. Oaks wants PSG because of...
I'm PSG. I backed them. To be fair, I said it from the very beginning. I backed them from the very beginning when the Champions League started. That they're going to win, and I'm going to continue to back them and say I want PSG to win it tonight.
Yeah, I hate them, but I really want them. It's for the league, for the country, for the prestige, and it might bring more spots for the French teams to be in the Champions League, and it's the whole thing, because we don't even have sponsors over there. Can you believe it that the league is sponsored by McDonald's, bro?
Wow,
McDonald's. Like, the TV revenue is absolutely crap. Like, it's just the football is dying. The football is still good, but they don't have sponsors. It's not attractive anymore. So I want this to be an opportunity, like, to, highlight the league. Like, hey, look at us. We are here. Hey, come on. Put some money on us.
But I like Marseille. So for banter reasons, I prefer not PSG not to win, so that you know that the only team to win in France has been Marseille. With the days of Basel Boli, Jean-Pierre Papin.
Jean-Pierre Papin, Basel Boli, what players, man!
What else? Who else was that team? It was a fantastic team. Can you remember the names of the players? I remember two.
Did they not have Christophe Dugarry as well in that team?
Dugarry was there, but after they won the what's it called, the Champions League.
Was it?
Yeah, he came after that.
Obviously, Didier Drogba was there.
Yeah,
forget
for 1
about him,
year.
can we?
Yeah,
One
only.
year.
Yeah, that is
Until
long.
we took
Like
him.
after.
Until we took him.
Yeah.
What are those two guys doing this time, in this 2025? Basil Boli and Jean-Pierre Pepin.
What do you mean?
What do they do? Are they club managers or what do they do?
They
Are
are
they retired?
businessmen. They are consultant on TV. They do punditry. You don't see them because you don't watch French television. But Dugarry got a big show like on RMC and other channels in France. They even do lives like go to stadiums. What Thierry Henry is doing is what those guys are doing. They are in the media. They are business people. A lot of stuff. They're already rich people in life, so I don't have to worry about anything.
No, I'm just worried. Curious to see if they became football managers or so they just became pundits.
Play for them as well, Orgs?
Sylvian
play for them as well?
Wilson, wow, the Arsenal legend, yeah.
Yeah, didn't he not play for them? Didn't he?
Who?
Will
Todd. Yeah.
He did. Did he play for Marseille?
Will Todd. I don't know. I don't know. He played for Bordeaux or something. I have to double check.
Bordeaux, is it? Bordeaux.
Probably it was a Bordeaux.
Yeah, but it is actually Bordeaux. It is Bordeaux, in fact.
Barthez is somebody who also played for.
Fabian. He was the original. He was the original goalkeeper who played right from the back. Remember Barthez?
Yeah,
he went to Manchester United, didn't he?
Yeah, he was bad at Manchester United. He was bad at Manchester United. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah.
Barthez was famous for two things: one, a dribbling goalkeeper; two, one of the few keepers who wore a short sleeve shirt. Remember? It was unheard of for a goalkeeper.
Yeah.
We saw this. Who was that? Was it Colombia or something? Goalkeeper World Cup. Who the hell was that? His name?
Oh God, yeah, I know the one. The one who did that wicked save, didn't he? Igite. What a save he did! You remember?
There was Igite, and there was another one as well who was also dribbling out from the back. What the hell was he? A small guy, not very tall. Rene Higuita, remember he used to save the goal. He used to save penalties by jumping forwards and then kicking the ball from the back. You know, that was stupid.
Do you remember that? I think you're talking about the same one I'm talking about. Do you remember that save he did with his legs from the back?
That's the one. That's the one.
Days, what a save that was! Oh my God, I can remember it to this day.
In those days, you had characters. Remember Carlos Valderrama with his.
What a player, Valderrama! What a player! Long hair, Valderrama. Yeah. Oh mate, what a player! What a player!
Those were the days, and you can remember. And there was a time when Nigeria came out with that legendary uniform. Remember that colorful.
So let me remind you the team that played that final against AC Milan for Marseille when they won the Champions League. It was Barthez in goal.
Yeah.
Agloma, Dimeco, Boli, Soze, Desai.
Desai.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Desai was there. They have Boskic, a guy from eastern of Europe there. I don't know what country. And it was Vola. It was a German guy.
Rudy Voller.
Yeah,
He played for Marseille. Wow, I forgot about that.
And Ayu, which is people used to call him Abedi Pele, but his name really is like Ayu. So the father of Andre Ayu and Jordan Ayu. He used to wear number 10.
Yeah.
Abedi Pele. So he played also for Marseille. And Didier Deschamps was also in that team. He was the captain of Marseille that day. So yeah.
So many big names, man. Wow.
A lot of them. And for Milan, they have De Rossi, Tassotti,
Maldini, of course.
Maldini was there. Costa Curta also was there. Baresi was there. Lantini.
Wow.
Richcard, Van Basten, Donadoni,
what a player,
Massaro. Oh my God, the names that you.
Daniele Massaro. Wow, yes, I remember him. Fast striker.
Donadoni. Oh, Donadoni. Oh, yes, I remember him. Oh my days. What players?
You know, like they don't make those pure football that use really to show off, like, you know, showboating on the pitch, like. You
Roberto
enjoy
Baggio.
football.
Roberto Baggio.
Roberto Baggio,
Yeah,
another one.
not
Dino
today.
Baggio,
Today
remember
they're gonna
Dino
put
Baggio,
you in a little
another one.
system, in a little box. You can't do this. You have to pass this. We don't see anymore those natural born, footballer who enjoys on the pitch and everybody else is happy. Now it's about the system. Everything need to be structured.
You have to be an Olympic athlete nowadays. Those days there was space still for, as you say, for the so-called pure football or the Gascoignes and what have you. Nowadays, if you're not an Olympic athlete, if you're a centre forward, you better make sure you also know how to defend. You're back in your box, and there's no space.
Who was that? Who was that Inter Milan? Who was that famous? He's a legend now. He used to be he used to be like, I used to call him Dennis Suarez of Italian football. He used to have a little beard on him. What was his name? He played as a midfielder as well. Oh God, I can't get his name now.
Gattuso.
That's the water player. He was. Remember him?
He was angry all the time. I've never seen that brother smile. I've never seen him smile. He's always on the edge of kicking you or headbutting.
Yeah. He was like Italian. For me, he was Italy's. He was like Italian's own like Chopper Harris. Remember Chopper Harris did the same thing.
You didn't see him that game there against Leeds United when he grabbed who by the throat? Who did he grab by the throat? He grabbed the assistant manager of Leeds. Was it Leeds? Yeah, and he was trying to strangle him.
Yeah.
And who was the manager? I can't remember the assistant manager at the time.
That's what you need. Listen, that's what you need in football sometimes. It's not this or VAR. You can't take your shirt on. You can't push somebody because it's a human right. I understand the kid don't have to see that, but come on, man. This is football. Remember when Antonio Conte and Thomas Tuchel got into it? It was good. Oh, yeah. It was good to see it.
Do you remember that one pitch that showed them thing when the Mario Balotelli was in arms of Roberto Mancini and his arm was against his neck?
Yeah. That is football. Let football be football. Football has gone soft. It's so soft now, bro.
It's so strange you say that because I'll give you a good example. So let's say I like watching basketball, NBA basketball. Now in the regular season, as they call it, the refs, they blow for everything, every single microscopic thing they blow. And the TV ratings are down. The moment the playoffs come, the refs, they swallow the whistle and they let them play hard and they let them play rough. And the viewership is back. So for the rating, because they play hard basketball, like old school basketball, completely different than the regular season. And this is where you're allowed to push a little bit. You're allowed to have physical contact. But in the regular season, it is so clinically clean and whatever. It is boring. Yeah. And all they ever do is like take 3 point shots. In the playoff, it's man-to-man, hand-to-hand combat. And that is, this is how football used to be as well. It used to be this physical man-to-man body checking. Nowadays, a player makes a tackle. We're going to VAR. We're going to VAR. Why did you tackle? I said, what? What is this? Remember Brian Clough? Brian Clough had the philosophy. I only need you to do 3 things: 1, tackle; 2, pass; and 3, run. That's the only things you need to do. I don't need anything else. If you can't do any of those 3 things, I can't use you. And that's a basic down to football. But all this other business of inverting and all this other.
Now it's like, why did you touch him? Oh, you had intention. Like people, they don't even headbutt you. You don't have to headbutt anybody anymore. You can just feint. You can pretend as if you want. You want to scare your opposition a little bit of. You do that, red card. Get out. Get out! It's over.
You guys have got to remember, though, man. I don't know if you guys can go back. Pala Di Canio, and he pushed the referee on the floor. Do you remember that one?
He was playing for Sunderland, wasn't he?
That was quality. Sheffield Wednesday, I think. Sheffield Wednesday might have been.
I didn't like him, like the salute.
It was funny,
the salute that he did, the end salute that he did. But he was a tough guy. He was a tough guy.
And I remember the referee, by the way. It was Martin Lodge. No one liked him. He with the curly hair.
How could you remember that?
I remember that, bro. I remember it. Martin Lodge, man, cried, man. I remember, man. Flipping. I remember how no one liked him. No
And
one
then
liked the referee.
it's more the memory. It's like more your
Yeah.
your memory is incredible. Like, what the fuck? You remember the ref's name? What the hell's wrong with you, man?
And
You
that
need it.
impossible look. It's the way.
You know,
I don't know if you
Patrick
guys remember, the
Vieira
referee was
and
like telling you, you're playing missing. He goes up to him and he pushes him on the floor.
yeah,
Sorry.
we missed that. That is football right there.
You
Vieira
mentioned
and
Vieira.
No, that's
you know
quality, mate. That's
Vieira
quality.
and Keane, they already started
Oh,
in the dressing room already. They started fighting already before even
Martin.
they get into the to the pitch. They already started fighting.
Yeah.
And you expect something like, oh man, today is today.
And then you throw in Martin Keown. You throw in Martin Keown. Martin Keown. Remember him as well? He was also another rough one
Yeah.
in that era there. But you
Yeah.
see him now on Talk Sport, he's all nice and correct and speaks properly
And
and
that guy,
correctly.
you know what that guy? No, you know what that guy annoys me. His hate towards Chelsea is you know, he was so jealous of it. I mean, if I was Cole Palmer, I'd leave Chelsea. I'm like thinking, yeah, mate.
He's,
You know,
he
of
has
course you're going
9
to say that,
years
aren't
prison
you?
in Chelsea.
Yeah,
He signed
he
for
made
9
him
years.
suffer,
You
made
can
his
say
club
whatever
suffer,
you
bro.
want. Him,
He made
that
his club suffer,
Gary
mate.
Neville
That's why.
guy, Jamie Carragher, all of them, they don't like Chelsea because
That's what
they
I like
didn't
about it
like
the
the
most.
fact that Chelsea came and then dominated English football, and some of them didn't even win the league because of Chelsea. You know, so they have some kind of really stupid opinions about Chelsea, but nobody
Do you know
cares.
the thing of all these orgs, right? They go around saying we bought everything right here, but if people really know history, okay, and I keep reminding people of this, and I'll continue to say it. Any Liverpool fan comes and talks to Chelsea fans about you bought it all. Well, just remind Liverpool fans what they did back in the 80s. Yeah, they were dominating, they're winning everything, but they still bought players.
The
John
best.
Barnes,
Yeah.
John
Yes.
Barnes, John Aldridge, Peter Beardsley, right? Ronnie Rosenthal. These men were all good players they went and bought. Mark Walters, yeah, and they're going around saying that we bought it all. What about what they did
dominated
then? They
because
bought
they
it.
bought the best
And they bought it.
players. Yeah,
Exactly, but when Chelsea have
Sir
done it,
Alex
you
Ferguson,
know what?
you know.
It's, you know, that's the problem, mate.
That's
This is one
how
of the reasons why I
football
can't
works. You have more money, you buy the
go
best
down with it.
players, and you win. That's how
It-
they
it-
did. We
yeah.
did our way.
It's because Chelsea is not part of the original establishment. That's what it is. So we are outsiders, we're gate crashers, and they can't stand it. That an outsider who's not part of their little club, the club of 6 or 5, or whatever it is, the original ones, ones who always wanted. They and so this day they're very, very bitter, right? Especially like Liverpool. You know, how many championships have they lost out because of Chelsea or Man City? You know, they should have had. They should have had at least, I don't know how many. But anyway, there's no point in crying. All you have to do is pick up and compete with the rest, and then do what they do.
Exactly, bro.
They do.
No,
Look at Liverpool. Yeah, they'll spending 85 million on this guy, ping pong guy there, and they're going to
Yeah.
spend, I don't know, another 100 million
120 million on
And
Verts.
Florian Wirtz,
Verts.
yeah.
So that is, where did this money come from? Because I don't know.
And it looks like they're going to. For me, I said, you know, they're talking about a striker. I've got a feeling they're going to put their 60 million down on the floor for Victor Gyokeres. I think he's going to be a Liverpool striker. I think.
But if they get those two guys, does that mean that Jota is going? Does that mean that what's the guy from Portugal? What's his name? The guy Nunes. He must be going as well.
Also Diaz. I heard that
Uruguayan.
Diaz.
He's going to go.
Diaz
Yeah,
also,
Diaz is
Luis
gonna go.
Diaz also.
Diaz.
I think, yeah,
That's a good player. That's a good player. I like
he
him.
might leave. I think he's been offered a crazy, ridiculous amount of money in Saudi.
Oh,
So
gosh. Yeah,
he might be thinking about his future and buying his private island. And he's like, man, I'm gone. I'm going to get the money just like John Duran.
But they've given. I've just been thinking out loud here. They've given extension to VVD and Salah.
And Salah.
Is that maybe a mistake? Those guys, you can already see that the legs are gone. Is that
But
really
the
a
problem,
wise thing?
you just contradicted yourself. You just talked about experience a few minutes ago.
Yeah, but experience.
But that
to a certain
experience
level.
is going to help. Those are leaders. Those are the people that even if they don't play every single
my
game.
headphone on the floor, man. Sorry, guys.
Yeah,
my daughter
good.
just
No
kicked my
problem.
headphone out of my ear.
It's okay.
By accident. That's all right. It's cool.
All right.
It's cool.
So I
Sorry
think
about that.
they need experience. I think they're not going to be there like for 5 more years. Next season, don't be surprised if Salah go to Saudi or something. They just wanted to make a statement to try to continue a little bit instead of like starting a project from zero. They gave them 2 years for a reason. You know, next year they're gonna be there, but you never know. The other year they might decide to get some money out of them. You don't wanna come and you don't wanna become like Chelsea Football Club. You come and all of a sudden, okay, we're gonna change the philosophy. All of a sudden, everybody else out. No matter how bad you think or how old you think they are winners. Those people are gonna teach the next generation how to win. You know, they got Gyokeres from Bournemouth, right? Another young defender that need to learn. You know, you have Van Dijk there that will teach you. It's just like having Thiago Silva in the team. He might not play all the games, but he is there, very important on and off the pitch. So I don't see anything wrong. Their legs are gone, but they are replacing already. Vince is coming. Okay, they have Frimpong is already there. They're going to have another striker. They have young players already in the team. So I think it's a very good decision to give them a contract. Don't be like Chelsea. We went 3 years without winning anything because of that aggressive. We were so aggressive on everybody out. You are flop. You are blah, blah. Hey, they just won us the Champions League, okay? They won us the Club World Cup. No matter how bad you think they are, they know how to win. So you should go slowly and surely. Change your system, philosophy, but slowly and surely. You know, keep some of the key players, the core players, no matter how bad you think you are. It's important.
Kovacic was one Chelsea should never let go. I think he was a very important player. Look how good he's been at City.
I'd say Kante as well. I didn't want
Kante.
Kante should have stayed.
People like that, even if they are injury prone or whatever, you still need a coat of those, you know, the people that been there, done it. You look at him, you respect him because of what he has achieved. But you look at the dressing room, what you see there, somebody talking to High Speed Show on social media. Another one is singing over there, rapping like no cohesion. Who's gonna tell? Who's gonna lead the troop when something is wrong on the pitch? Who's gonna be there and say, guys, let's do it? Okay, 5 more minutes, 10 minutes. I'm not gonna take crap here. Give me something or tell people your attitude is bad. Jackson, why are you freaking taking stupid yellow card here for no reason? Arguing. What the heck? You are on freaking 9 yellow card. You're going to be suspended. Who is that guy that will get on your nerves? Because they are all buddy, friends. You go to the club together. Nobody. You need those people, bro. So I think...
And this is why Thiago Silva should never have gone. They should have given Thiago Silva another... I don't
exactly.
Care what
Me, I was
his
going
age.
to give him even 2 years. Give him even a coaching role at Chelsea, bro.
Experience, bruv. It's experience.
Experience, you can't buy experience.
And you know what? Do you have thing, Augs? You know, he's the one that I think got this whole... you know, when I don't know if you remember, he was still at the club. We almost got Endrick. Because Hendrick came down with his family to visit the club. And he came, and he was going to come. He spoke to Thiago Silva. Their parents were very happy with everything. But I think Real Madrid was always in his kid's heart. And I think that's why he ended up going to Real Madrid, because that's what his choice was. But Thiago Silva got
Chelsea refused. Also, Chelsea refused to pay the money that Real were like.
And Estavo was another reason why he came to Chelsea as well, because of Thiago Silva. I think he even put that out there as well. He said that as well, because of Thiago Silva. And I mean, look, you have him around in the background. It's not a harmful thing to have. Having a player like a legend like that in the game, a World Cup winner in the game, you have him around your football club is not a bad thing. I tell you this right now. And I think he would have. He's one of those kind of. I saw the reason why I saw this guy's. If you guys remember the Champions League final. Or before the Champions League final, we won it. He was there with Thomas Tuchel, and he was on the bench. Remember, he was on the bench barking out orders as well, sitting from the bench. So that's what you need, that kind of player around.
He was
your
absolutely
club.
Like another coach. It's just like having another coach, a mentor, a father figure, all that. He was there just to represent that.
But have you noticed something very vividly in this Chelsea team? You talk about leadership. Have you noticed how Reece James has stepped up? He's now become a captain.
He's been brilliant.
Have you ever seen that in the last 10, 15 games?
He's been loud. He's been a little bit... He's improving. Yeah, he's improving. Let's say hi to... Why? Skylar just disconnected. Sorry, bro. I took all the time in the world to say hi to you, but I hope you don't take it personal.
Big up
I
Blue
wanted
Ice
to
and
take you.
Akeem,
I
yeah.
wanted to put you on, but I didn't want to be rude to.
Sell Skylar Jackson for 60 million. Sell him for 60
All right, let's go. Makeen, let's go. Makeen, are you there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Big up,
Mr.
everybody. Big up.
McKean.
Yes, sir.
McKean.
Yes. All
What's
is
up?
well.
Makeem,
Everybody
big
okay?
up, Makeem.
Yes,
Big up,
sir.
You
We're
guys
Makeem.
ready
good.
for the
Staying on, brother.
final, yeah?
We are champions of Europe, so we good. We're gonna
Yeah.
start singing
Exactly.
champions of
You can't
Europe.
forget
You
that.
never
Champions
sing
of
that.
Yes. Yes. Exactly. But I was interested in what you guys was talking about, us needing leaders, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just
Yeah.
thinking, we
Tosin,
keep looking on the... Yes, sir. You
Tosin,
look at it, yeah?
I knew it.
No, it's written. No, from when Cole Palmer
Toss
won
it.
his first trophy with the club, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
In the post match interview, he said, you know that little joke he made. Oh, someone wants to win the player of the tournament. Oh, a
Yes,
Tosin
Tosin.
wants it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
toss
was
it.
a little
Yeah.
nugget there.
Mm.
Tosin
Yeah.
is that glue
He's a leader.
we
He's a
need to,
leader. Yeah.
yeah,
He is a
and
leader. I don't give him that. He
and
is.
we're forgetting guys, yeah, like he's from that era. All these greats that we're talking about, he's from that era.
Mm-hmm.
He's been around them. He's done these things. The
Yeah.
Ottomans back then when they was on their prime, like prime, he's been there. He's seen it all. So it's a thing where I feel like we need to put some trust into what we have. Even Colwell has the potential of being a future leader after Tosin. We
Yeah.
have
Tosin
leaders,
is a leader. Yeah. I
but
agree.
we have an anchor. I know what you guys mean. Someone that's been there, done it, the old soul. We have one
Yeah, Reece
already.
James. Reece James is another
Reece
one.
James, he doesn't even need to talk. He's there. We have it there ready. We're moving on the up trajectory. It's not all bad. Don't worry about it, guys. That's
Okay.
my point.
All right. Mr. Ice.
Big up Blue Ice.
Blue Ice,
Big
are
up,
you
bro.
still there? Unmute yourself, please. Your volume is off. Maybe he's still walking or something. Hello, Mr. Ice? No, probably he's doing something. So if you listen, you can jump. Whatever you done, taking your breakfast of champions, you can
Mr.
come.
Mr. McKean,
Yes.
my brother. So
Yes,
you,
sir.
I know you're in love with Tosin. Okay, God bless you for that. God will bless you for that. How old is Tosin? How long is he going to last in this team? And if Chelsea do go and spend for, as Mr. DJ is saying, on a defender, will Tosin even be in this team?
Listen, you can have those defenders, yeah, but you need to
I'll be right
understand that
back. I will be right.
when you have that main character in the back here that you can trust on to deliver, especially with defensive headers, yeah, you don't get rid of that. You keep that somewhere, or when you need it, you bring it out. If you're gonna get quality like a Bastoni or something, he's still going to need to adjust the same way screen like the Ligt and all of these guys. Many defenders came from abroad and they can't adapt to the Premier League. So it's a thing where when you have a defender that's he's been around in that era. He might not be playing top flight football, but he knows he's got that mentality. You can tell in the way he plays. That's something to protect. Really, you
Who's
can
that
add
top?
other players around it.
Who's that top defender Arsenal bought who can't fit in from Italy?
To Arsenal, to Calafiori.
Calafiori is the same. What you're saying there? They're finding it hard to adjust to the Premier League.
Exactly. Yeah, it happens. Many defenders can't fit in properly. So once we realize that we have gold on our hands here, we learn how to cherish it properly because you see a different type of Levi Colwell when he plays next to Tosin.
I don't follow very much the Chelsea academy and all that. Have we any from the academy promising young defenders?
We did have
What
one, but I do believe we're selling him. I think we sold him to Burnley. The one that we promised him when that was coming through.
Humphreys.
Yeah, I think we sold him to Burnley on a permanent deal now. He would have been one that could have come. He's had his loan. He's had obviously had his move. He's had his loan moves. He's done pretty well from what I've watched of him. I know people can talk about saying, "Oh, it's the first division or whatever you want to call it," but that's the whole idea of getting these young players developed. You send them on loan, and if they do well, you then bring them back into the first team to see what they can do. And he's had some excellent loans. That's why he's got his deal permanent. Yeah, he's in Burnley. They're now in the. Yeah, they are, bro. But he's back in. They've now promoted to the Premiership now, bro.
Oh, is it?
They're going to be a Premiership club next season, Burnley.
But you guys will see with this championship, like it's ruthless over there. Like it's not easy over there.
Gyokeres is still at Sheffield. I think. He's not. I think he's still at Sheffield United. I think he's going to be. Whether he stays there another season, I don't know. But he's done pretty well up there. I know they didn't obviously beat Sunderland in the playoff, but still.
Do you guys remember Luton?
Yeah, I remember Luton. Yeah.
Yeah, look how they're doing in the championship now.
Don't they get relegated? I think they got relegated.
Yeah.
Wow. Second division.
And they wasn't bad in the Premier League.
They weren't, bro. But I've just said, I think you're going to see this season. We are going to go. I mean, from what I'm seeing I know. I think you've mentioned his name before, Makim, and I think you'll be happy to know we are heavily linked with Braithwaite from Everton and Hato. And Braithwaite, I tell you what, if he comes in, I think in itself. I mean, this guy. I've seen the size of this guy. Yeah, I mean, he's this guy's. I think he'll come in and he'll do really well for us. I mean, for me personally, I hope we don't get. I mean, I've seen a lot of talk the last couple of ways that we could get rid of Chalobah. I don't want him to go anywhere. And I know what your take is on Chalobah. All right, but for me, I think he's been. I'll be honest with you. I think he's been our best. I think he's been our best centre back since he's come back from. Since he's come back.
Preach.
I really do. I really do. Honestly, I think he has. Him alongside Levi Corwell, Levi Corwell, and obviously Tosin. I think they're free centre. Obviously, we also know that Fofana was doing well until he got injured. But it looks like Fofana's going to be sold in the summer. The Sassi's going to go. It looks like I know Makim is going to be well annoyed about that one. I think I think he's going to go, and I think also
Makim has some French
connection.
here.
I think Batshuayi's going to go as well.
With French connection, you don't touch them. Can I say hi to
the Sassi was my guy, man. That was my guy. Yeah, sorry, God.
Can I say hi to other brothers here before we continue? Ice, we gave you the floor, but you were gone. I don't know where you were taking your breakfast or something. Aziz also is in the building.
I had coffee steaming.
Hey, hello.
I had my coffee steaming. Big up, guys. Big up, man. What's on the menu this morning?
You don't sound good.
What are you Eastern time?
Yeah, Eastern time.
Ogs, are you Eastern time?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
8:16. Yeah,
well, Mr. Ice, we need to hear you say, Mr. Ice, we need to hear you say one thing. We need to hear you say, God will bless you, my brother. You have to say that.
God will bless you.
Prayer. You have to use it very selectively. That's prayer.
Yeah, you have to be selective on that. Not everybody.
Chalobah to stay, bro. Yeah,
has the privilege of that. Yeah,
Chalobah to stay, bro. Yeah, Ice. Chalobah to stay.
I will keep Chalobah at any cost.
I will keep him, man. Listen, when he joined us, when he came back from Crystal Palace, I wanted him gone. I'm like, what is this guy doing here? But to be honest with you, he's adjusted his game. And what I really like about his game right now is actually personality, not even ability. It's the way he carries. Yeah, the way he carries himself in that pivot in the back, top class. So
Makin is gonna shoot you. Makin is gonna shoot you.
Hey man, listen, you can't shoot air. You
can't
shoot air. No. You cannot shoot air. You can't shoot air. But again, and he's made the international team as well too.
Yeah.
Thomas Tuchel is he knows Chalobah very well.
You're despicable. Listen to this guy, bro.
No, listen. When he joined us from,
if I don't hate, no one's gonna hate.
When he came from Palace, I wanted him gone. He made so many mistakes. He was sleeping on the wheels, and I think we conceded a lot of goals because of Chalobah.
And remember, a few times he played as a right back instead of centre back.
Exactly. But now he's doing what he's paid to do, defend. And I think he has a chance. Now, if they sell him, I won't be surprised because he's already been on the chopping block before. right? So, in terms of, go ahead. Sorry.
To have somebody like him on the bench, he's not gonna complain about anything. He's happy to come anytime you need him.
No, Ogs.
Yeah,
Ogs.
I mean, he can be a very good squad player.
No,
I mean,
Ogs.
and
You see the
also
problem
compete
with that?
the players that are on the pitch.
Ogs, you see the problem with that is then he's not supposed to be in my club. I don't want anybody comfortable on the bench.
No, I'm not saying he's comfortable, but somebody that some people bring a lot of issues in the dressing room because why am I on the bench complaining, bad attitude, and just like destroy the atmosphere because you can tell how angry they are. What I'm saying is somebody like Chalobah, even when he's on the bench, you will never see him angry or talk to the media or post something on social media to say how bad he been treated. The way Chelsea been treating that boy for years now, and he still always come back and finish almost every single season as our best center back is just beyond me. Of course, People's Republic is gonna remember, Haaland put him on the floor, but 99% of good things that he's gonna do, it doesn't count for People's Republic.
I don't know why. Ogs, I don't know why you forget the fact that Chelsea is a big club. I don't get it.
But listen, Chelsea
Ogs,
is a big club that had John Obi Mikel. Have you seen John Obi Mikel angry? People like that, don't tell me that he wasn't world class because he didn't play and he was comfortable on the bench. No, he was world class on his own way. Every time you need him to close the shop or do something, he's gonna do it on the pitch, and
that's not what I need. That's not what we need right now.
We don't need John Obi Mikel.
We need madmen.
No, he was a madman on his own way, bro.
I'm not talking about John Braithwaite is the madman.
I'm not talking about John Obi Mikel. That's a different discussion.
Yeah, that's why I give you an example of Chalobah too. Like he's not happy, not playing, but he gets good attitude of this. I love this club. I would do whatever they ask me to do.
Ogs, you're not listening. Listen,
Jared Braithwaite or Chalobah, who would you take?
The bottom line.
I don't know him that much.
Ogs, the bottom line with Chalobah, right, is I want somebody that is going to be frustrated, especially when you're a number 2 guy in the pivot. I want somebody that's going to be frustrated that he's on the bench. We're tired of this nice man. Too much niceness is what's killing us.
What frustration doesn't mean show off. Doesn't mean that you show on the social media, on the bench, frustrating, hitting the post. Frustration can be inside you, bro. It's not everybody is going to be expressing in front of the camera and insulting the coach.
It's not about expressing. Listen, the way you're sounding it is Trevor Chalobah is part of the team. He's a great team player, and I understand what you're saying. He won't be frustrated at all. He'll sit on the bench, keep quiet, be a mature soldier. I get it. But that's probably that. If you ask me, that attitude is the reason why he hasn't been able to crack into the team. If you ask me, he's
preach. He doesn't have a winning mentality.
Yes, that's the reason why he's been on the bench going all over the place.
But you have to speak on their level, though. It's going over a lot of people's head. You have to take it slowly. You have to slow walk the dog, before you can catch the prey,
I don't understand what you're saying. Let me finish now. Ogs, can I finish?
But it comes down to one question. Would you take Fofana? Fofana's comeback is more important than Chalobah staying. It comes down to
yes, Fofana, I will ship him. He need to start learning French.
You also have to ask questions of Malo Gusto. Don't forget about Malo Gusto.
I will ship him myself, drive him to the airport. Why are you going to keep somebody who played 5 games a season instead of somebody who is there every time you need him? I mean, I don't care about your 2-3 good games during the season. You are in the hospital 90% of the time. So what the heck? I will keep Chalobah for sure.
Can I finish with Chalobah, please?
Yes, and then Aziz is going to take
Absolutely. I'm done after 2 seconds. So, yeah, man. Listen, Chalobah has started the games for us how many times now? Back to back to back. Can somebody tell us? I
can't count. I don't know. You make just your point because my head is gone.
I know your head is always gone. Just maybe let the other panelists answer my question. You don't have to answer. Again, You guys should leave Chalobah to try and cook his meal. He's not a bench guy, Oggs. Please leave this guy. He's not a bench guy. This guy, we want to make him a superstar. He's been on the fringes for quite a while. If you think about it, for almost 3 years, this guy's been on the fringes. He can't catch a break anywhere. Finally, he's caught a little bit of wind. Let's let him cook. Thank you.
Mr. Aziz, let's go.
Hey, hello guys.
Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah,
Big up, man. Big up.
Just let me say hello to you guys.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
on my way back to work now, and I've been online with Mr. O's, but I didn't just come online. I was watching you.
Thank you for supporting behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So I heard you guys talking about Chalobah should go out. Why should he go out? This is a player that you call is always there. This is a player that, even with all the insult, it doesn't give problem it doesn't give any bad vibes. He tries to do his best. I'm not saying he shouldn't improve. There are so many things he can improve, but at least I can rely on Chalobah ahead of Disasi. I can rely on Chalobah ahead of Fofana, who's always injured. And let me tell you something. Let's remove the price tag. Fofana and Chalobah, there's no difference. Let's be frank.
It's just best abilities. And,
Thirdly,
people don't want to admit that. People don't want to admit that because he's not French.
Let's be honest.
French.
Chalobah was a defensive midfielder that was converted to a centre back. And he's still learning this trade. I'm not saying it should be I'm not saying
you are breaking, brother. You are breaking.
So now we're comparing. Chalobah to. Now we're comparing Chalobah to Disasi, and we're being we're beating.
No,
our
he didn't
chest.
say
Can you
that.
imagine?
It's impossible not to mention.
Okay. I want to ask you a question.
Yes.
Apart from Liverpool, which I don't even really rate, because Liverpool needs an experienced defender that's going to tell him stay here, stay here, stay here. Tell me who is better than Chalobah there.
Well,
it doesn't matter.
No, because the way you guys are saying, I'm not saying Chelsea shouldn't upgrade to a better defender. I want to see Chalobah challenge himself, because he's how will I put it? He has been relaxed to. Chalobah is a kind of person. He likes relaxation.
But the problem
he doesn't
is
like challenges.
You can't challenge yourself if nobody's challenging you. If you are on the bench, people don't like you. They put you in the bomb squad. They want you. They even ban him from Cobham. They push you out. How can you compete? How can you compete when you are not given a fair opportunity to go? The guy wanted to go. Thomas Tuchel wanted him at Bayern Munich. Chelsea said, no, you're not going. They ended up giving him a new contract. It's not like he's that bad or whatever. Bayern Munich, he missed a great opportunity to play the Champions League and win some trophies there. You make him sit, you sign him a contract to increase.
Mr. Oates, sorry to cut you guys off. I'm about to clock in our work.
Okay, no problem. Thank you so much, my friend.
Yeah.
Aziz,
are you coming back online for the Champions League final?
Yeah, I will be there. I'll be for the Champions League.
Okay, I'll come during that break.
All right, so we're going to even end the show in 5 minutes. I've been saying 5 minutes for the last an hour, but it is what it is.
More people came on the stream, bro.
More people, so I don't want to be rude. So we're gonna try to go around. Anybody wanted to?
So what are you? We're talking about defenders. So what are you going to do with Malagusto? What are you going to do with Fofana? What are you going to do with Badiashile, Disasi? Who's going? Who's staying? What's happening?
Badiashile to be sold. Disasi to be sold for me. Gusto to stay. Obviously, the reason why I'm saying all this is because next season we're playing in the Champions League. You need 2 players for each position. So you need all these players here. I mean, we can't go around saying get rid of him, get rid of him, get rid of him unless you're getting players coming in. Yeah, we've got like 90 players 90 players in our squad, right? We know some of them are going to end up leaving anyway, right? For me, okay, I've said Disasi and Badiashile to go. I mean, there's a lot of talks of Badiashile to AC Milan. I've seen a lot of that coming in the last couple of days. Disasi has been mentioned about. Has been mentioned of. of a move. Where did I see him move to? I think it's somewhere in France. I think back in France wants to take him. Villa may take the option to take him. There's not 100% certain on that one. So for me, I'd say Gusta has to stay because I think I know he had a bad season last season, not his greatest, but I think the season before that we forget. This kid was actually courted by Manchester City and Liverpool last season to go there. So Fofana, for me, if this guy can't stay fit, then as much as I rate him, I'd say get rid of him. If he can't stay fit for me, even though I do rate him as a defender.
For me, all the French guys.
But Chalobah has to stay.
In that defense, for me, Badiashile, Disasi, Nkunku. Anyways, he's already gone. He's already checked out. He need to go. I will keep Malo Gusto, and I might shock you here. I want Renato Vega back as a centre back.
I agreed.
As a centre back, give him a chance to play as a centre back. Why are we spending 80 million on Braithwaite or whatever it is? But we have an excellent guy there. The passion, the attitude, that brother, the way he celebrates, the way he talks about Chelsea, a little bit of shithousery that Rudiger used to have, pushing people and getting into it. That brother he's a Chelsea material.
Let me tell you something about Vega, Oggs, before you continue.
Vega
is a player that works too hard. That's why he's on the fringes. You can tell because of the hard work. That's why you love Vega. It's not because of football IQ.
No, he got a football IQ.
Okay.
But let me run. Huh? Yeah, go on, Mr. McKean. Go on.
Yes, no, Vega. I agree. Vega doesn't have the IQ. He's just a workhorse.
Yeah.
How can you judge somebody who was?
But you've judged him. You've already judged him to say that he's
because
a great
I can
Chelsea player.
see that my judgment is positive. Your judgment is because in football. In football, there is no, black
Oggs,
or white.
Oggs, you were negative the last time when you said.
No, the problem. Let me finish. If you let me finish, you might understand.
Sure. Go ahead.
The manager said that you have to play 10 position. That boy played like 5 position. He plays as a center back. He plays as a left back. He plays like a midfielder. He plays sometimes as a number 10, where Malo Gusto find himself inverting his number 10 position. Too many position, a lot of confusion for somebody. He moved to Italy, right? Juventus sold Dean Huijsen to Bournemouth. Dean Huijsen is one of the best defenders in the world, and now he's at Real Madrid. And Vega went to Italy, to Juventus. Absolutely, they love him, they adore him, they want to keep him.
He wasn't starting every game. Calm down. I watched them a lot.
Let me finish. He started every single game when he was fit.
Okay.
He got injured and he was out for almost a month. He came back, play every single minute until the last second. The brother is absolutely a beast as a centre back. Give him a chance and just keep an open mind. Yeah.
So because Billy Gilmour is playing for Napoli, we should bring him back. Because Lukaku
that is not an example of what we say.
Let me finish.
That's not nice.
Lukaku is cooking in Napoli.
No, that's not nice. No,
exactly. That's not nice. He's gone.
No, the problem is if you can let me answer to that.
Sure, go ahead.
We don't need a midfielder. Bill Gilmour is gone. For years we sold him.
I'm talking as philosophy.
We have 10 midfielders. We don't need him.
General philosophy. You're saying because Vega. No, hold on.
Yes.
Hold on. Just calm down, Oggs. Calm down. Okay, just calm down. Because I remember you last stream saying that Maresca using the young boys in the first half. What if we lost? You started with a negative position in that stream. So when it comes to this stream today, you should let us, with the negative position, make an assertion. Don't you think, Oggs?
I'm lost. I don't even know what you're talking about.
Exactly. You're always lost. Listen, Vega, we're telling you Vega is a guy that works too hard. That's why he's not in the team.
So working hard become a problem.
I have to agree. I have to disagree with Mr. Ice there. So, Mr. Ice,
working hard is a problem for the team.
Mr. Ice, if Mr. Ice, hang on, Mr. Ice, Mr. Ice.
Go ahead, my brother.
If you, according to you, this is your words.
Yes.
If you say Vega is a fringe player, now a fringe player and a workhorse. Now, if you're a fringe player, that means you're not exactly in the team, but you're there and about.
Exactly.
So how do you break into the team? You break into the team by being a workhorse. You break into the team by working hard. You break into the team.
Shirt. He
Yes, you grab the shirt. So it's very
contradict yourself.
My brother, you're not getting the point.
He's positioning. He's positioning as in those positions. It's not. The level is not.
Goodness. Thank you.
But
Educate
my
them, my
friends,
brother.
that's what I said. But listen.
It's simple, man. Just
listen.
But as you're not nice.
How
you're not
can
nice
you
about
judge
it, though.
somebody who played 5 positions in 3 months and never played a full game? Listen. He never played a full game in the Premier League. He never played a significant game, a full 90 minutes in one position.
So let me ask you a question.
Let me finish. That's the problem. Like you judge somebody who never been given a chance of play 2 games in a row in a real game in one position, and you judge him in Italy at Juventus.
Achampong is better.
Achampong is better than that boy. Thank you.
You guys are fucking bad.
You just want to argue. You just want to argue.
Let me tell you something.
You guys bad boys, man.
Guy, you know why I like Oggs? Oggs does this. Oggs used to do this for Nkunku. Now Oggs has given up and he says Nkunku is going to go. If you remember, this is what Oggs used to do for Nkunku. Nkunku don't get his right position. You make him play 10 positions and look at Nkunku. Now we see Nkunku leaving. So I hope.
Yeah, but you were accusing me here because Nkunku is French. Now I'm going to Vega. Are you going to say that Vega is French? I don't care. I went to even about Joao Felix. I've been fair. Joao Felix.
Are you guys happy at that? Are you guys happy Nkunku could go to Spurs?
Oh, no,
let him
go, man. That guy's not good.
I'll drive him there myself. I'll drive him to Tottenham myself.
This is a proof for you that I don't care about where you're coming from. All the French guy that I said, get them rid, right? Badiashile. Listen, let me finish. Badiashile. That's what I said. I defend people who've been mistreated for no reason. You don't give somebody a chance to play.
Let me ask you a question.
I defended Disasi here. Disasi, you play him as a right back. You expect him.
Let me ask you a question. Yeah. What is Vega's natural position that makes him comfortable and happy at night?
What he's playing a centre back. He's playing as a centre back at Juventus.
You're bad. No, Ash, you're bad. You're bad.
No, listen. What is his natural position? You want him to bring that left leg to my pivot, to my final 2, to come and play what?
You're bad.
No,
so what are you going to do when Cucurella gets injured?
21 years old kid, and you are praising another 19 years old kid that you never even seen play just because of the name. Hello, come on, let's be honest here.
It's just like when some people said McGuey. Oh my God, McGuey is big and strong and he's agile. I'm like, guys, McGuey should go to Stratford. Calm down. Everybody come. Santos is the best thing since sliced bread. Bada. Let him go to Stratford and go and go and sharpen his teeth. And now he's sharpened his teeth.
Listen, Mr. Ice.
Yeah, go ahead, my brother.
So what are you going to do when Cucurella, like Hercules before him, gets a haircut and he loses his power or he gets injured or whatever? Who are you going to play left back?
I'm not Maresca. I'm not Maresca.
What are we doing here? Are we disrespecting Cucurella here now?
No, I'm saying if he gets injured, we don't have a left back. Who are you going to play there? Vega is the one you would play there.
Vega, of course.
Listen, let me tell you something.
So Vega's the left back then.
Yeah, he plays left back.
No,
left back, centre back.
That's what he was originally bought for, wasn't he?
No, listen. If anytime you're being pushed to left back or right back, left full back, right full back, you're a fringe player. You understand? You're a fringe player unless you're Saka. Saka started as a fringe, not as I would say fringe player because he came out the academy and he started cooking from the wing back position, and because of his ability, he switched to what do you call it, number 11. Or number 7. So, guys, the truth is, if you're going to play wing back, right, embrace it, make it your own. so that you can now step into the team. And that same. Remember what happened to Hudson-Odoi when they gave him wing back? When Tuchel gave him wing back, he didn't want to play anymore. I don't know if any of you remember with Hudson-Odoi. With Hudson-Odoi, exactly, they gave him that position. He said, "No, man, that's not my position. I prefer playing up front." So
and
man,
he was toast.
they was toast.
And he went completely against it, go centre back, and then he's not even real as a left centre back. He's not serious
Do you know
enough.
what? But do you know what, Blue? I'll be honest with you, bro.
Yes.
With Maresca, right? Even though he's done whatever he's gone and done, I just feel he'll pick a player. Okay, that might not even play in that natural position and dump him in there. Now, can you imagine me starting poor Estavo Willian and he dumps him on the left-hand side to play Cucurella's position when
they're
Cucurella's
gonna
not
blame
playing?
him.
That'd be a big mistake in itself. He doesn't play that position for one, and secondly, he doesn't play in that. He's not on that. That is not his. He's not on that foot. He plays on the right side.
Okay, let me ask you a question.
To the left, then.
Let me ask you a question, DJ. How many players do you think have been left to play in their natural positions in this team?
Let me see. Well, it's a difficult one. Not many. I mean, obviously,
Sancho.
Sancho, yeah, Sancho, yeah,
Sanchez, bro. Sanchez in goal.
Cole will maybe.
Sanchez, bro.
Cole will.
Chalobah when he started.
Not even Caicedo, because Caicedo will play right back.
He gets dumped to right back. Yeah, I mean, he gets dumped to Lavia when he's playing
where's
his natural
Cole Palmer?
position.
Where's Cole Palmer's position? Where's he normally play?
Right. For me, Cole Palmer's right winger, but gets dumped on the. He gets played behind. He plays now. He's got the free role now, isn't he? He can.
Madueke, is he left or right wing? Pedro Neto, is he left or right wing?
Originally Madueke was right side, but he's been dumped to the left-hand side, and that's why you're seeing this guy perform.
So again,
Neto.
You know the reason why I asked that question, is that it is very. DJ Sab, the reason I asked you that question is it is very important, right? And I know Oggs doesn't like this position. That's why I'm bringing it up. I want to piss him off a little bit. It is very important that players...
You're bad, man, honestly.
No, me and Oggs, we go away. But listen, it is very important that every player, and Oggs doesn't like this, every player is a Swiss Army knife.
Oh, here we go.
Honestly,
you're putting your hand in a bee's hive.
Oh my God. Honestly, bro, would you risk playing a young 18-year-old who doesn't know the Premiership, who's just coming from Brazil and gets dumped on the left hand as plays as a left back? Come on, what are we doing here?
Let me tell you something. As much as I can't stand Maresca, all the players he threw to the Wolves, I think are correct. As much as I don't like that man, all the players that are not playing for my team, except for Sterling, because I'm a Sterling guy through and through, except for Sterling. But if you think all the players he got rid of, they're all absolutely correct. True or false?
But if I ask you, Mr. Ice, if Mr. Maresca there, which players in this squad or team has Maresca directly improved as players?
Oh, I tell you, Enzo Fernandes, my brother.
Oh, yes.
Enzo Fernandes walked and Cucurella started cooking before Maresca came, but Maresca kept him marinating, kept him cooking. You understand? And finally, Caicedo was cooking before Maresca came, but I think he improved.
And who's he regressed in this team, Ice?
Oh,
hey, Cole Palmer.
100%, bro. Number one.
Cole Palmer. Neto.
Neto. No, he brought Neto to the foray. Because Neto was almost at the fringes with this man, but I think because this guy was shitting the bed. I'll put one on to you guys now. Quick question for you guys, yeah? Because I'm going off subject. Sorry, Augs, right? Going off subject here. Me and Augs and people have already spoken about it, but I want to hear Makeem and your take on it. Sanchez, do you go with this guy next season as your goalkeeper in Champions League?
Absolutely. You asked the wrong guy. That's the wrong guy.
Absolutely.
Sorry, not for Champions League, bro. I'm sorry.
Absolutely. I'm going with Sanchez.
No.
You asked for the brand envelope, you know.
No,
well, you know what, bruv? This is the biggest mistake that we're going to make in the Champions League for next season. Are we forgetting this guy? I'll tell you why, bro, right? Tell you why, yeah? As much as he's done well, listen, I don't deny one thing, and I've said it already. I don't deny this. Great shop stopper. I'm not going to deny this, right? Excellent. But he's kicking from the back. He's passing from the back. He passes to every opposition player that you can think of. Now, he gets to the Champions League, bro. He's going to get absolutely cooked.
There we go. Listen,
he's going to be rinsed, bro.
I remember when Mondi went to AFCON and won AFCON and came back. And remember, he also had a great Champions League 2021. And then he went to
who are you talking about? What team?
Mendy.
Eddie Mendy. Mendy. Yeah,
Edouard Mendy.
Mondi, not Mendy. Mondi.
Mondi is excusez-moi.
Eddie Mondi. When he went to AFCON and won best gloves in AFCON, he came back and people were saying, "Yo, nothing. Nah, Benzema put him on a barbecue, man. What are you talking about?" It doesn't matter. This guy Sanchez, right? I think he has grown out of all the criticisms. It's funny how I think all the fans, like if you notice all the fans right now, for some reason they don't talk about Sanchez anymore.
There you go. You see,
they don't talk about Sanchez. Listen, Sanchez has brought, as much as you guys might hate it, Sanchez has brought calm to the defensive line. It's not always about being
bruv.
Mate,
I'm not even playing the game yet. When I'm watching the game from Stamford Bridge, bro, I'm flipping my heart in my mouth, bruv.
No,
we're talking listen, DJ Sav actually go to games at Stamford Bridge and see that with his parent, right?
Yeah,
so old man is gonna.
It doesn't matter, bro. Listen, bro, I've been watching, when I watch Chelsea in Nigeria, when I started watching Chelsea in Nigeria, there's a lot of fans that didn't even know what Chelsea was all about. So calm down. The same eyes. You can watch, everybody's watching the same game.
So what I'm saying is, remember, I still remember last season, and even if at the beginning of the season, I know why you support Sanchez now. I know why you support. I know why you support Enzo Fernandez. I know why your language changed. Because every time I try to question somebody, immediately you become fan of that person. So that's how it is. It's just like WWE. I still remember when I was telling you last season that at the beginning of the season, I was like, listen, if you give this guy, if you keep him old school, like Peter Cech, don't complicate things or play from the back. He's a very good goalkeeper, shot stopper. Back then, I was the clown one. I was the enemy. I had an agenda back then, right? Let me finish. And then now that I saw some aspect of his game, beside not playing from the back, the near post, the goal that he will concede, or he's gonna come off the line and don't punch and miss the ball, or the timing is horrible. And I start questioning a little bit. I'm like, this brother probably is not only about being afraid of the manager because the manager told you to play from the back, but he also got a lot of flaws in other areas. When I started questioning, I'm the enemy one. Okay? I am a clown.
You know why you're the enemy. You know why you were the enemy is because you used the very minimal limitations of Sanchez to paint a big picture that Sanchez is shit. That's what you were doing. That's what you were doing.
Listen.
Hold on, Ogs. Let me tell you why. Listen. You always have to listen from the outside looking in. That's why you look at the mirror. Let the mirror talk to you, Ogs. When you were criticizing Sanchez, you took that little limitation, like you were saying, like near post, whatever. You're the only one that is seeing this near post. And you used it to critique. You started saying, bring back Petrovic. Can you imagine?
Yes, I want Petrovic.
You started saying, bring back Petrovic. I'm like, are you out of your mind, Ogs? Come on, guys.
Yes, because Petrovic is better than him.
Nonsense.
You see? This is the problem. This is the problem. All of you.
Hang on. Let Mr. Stokes speak. Based on what, Mr. Stokes?
Based on what we saw last season, Petrovic finishing when Robert Sanchez didn't start being bad under Maresca. No, he started it when Pochettino was there, passing the ball to the opposition all the time. Declan Rice many times, and we lost a lot of games because of him passing the ball straight to the opposition. Petrovic finished the season with us, and he was amazing. So compared to what he did and what Petrovic did. And this
Oh
season
my
also,
God.
But Petrovic, how many goals from distance did they go past Petrovic?
no,
Oh
no,
my
towards the end of the season?
none. You are lying. You are making up stories. None.
No. Be honest.
No. He
Petrovic
conceded
he was not
no
an
more.
upgrade on.
Listen, he conceded no more goals that Buffon is gonna concede. Piracek is gonna concede. Not those stupid mistake of let me pass from the back and give it to Declan Rice. So Declan Rice can.
You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Ox can't even help it. The what do you call it? The partiality against Sanchez comes out without even trying. Pause.
There you go. But
comes out without even trying. You can't even help it.
Are we going to act like Petrovic didn't impress all over Europe? Like, are we going to act like the big teams in Europe want Petrovic?
He impressed in the beginning, but then he digressed. He went downwards.
Come on, people.
We finished the
Isn't
season strongly. He was
isn't
one
a
of
big
the
club
best. You are
after
lying. He stopped even
Petrovic?
penalties.
I will
Shootout everywhere.
I will take Kepa Arrizabalaga.
Yes.
I'll take Kepa before Petrovic.
How can you guys?
You just want to discuss. You just want to
Can
have
anyone choose a third choice goalkeeper?
Oh my God! Exactly.
A third choice goalkeeper from Brighton coming to Chelsea, right? Yeah, and you guys rate this guy. I look at the years. Okay, let me tell you this, right? Yeah, when I go back to being Chelsea fan for years and years and years, I look at Karim, I look at Frode Grodas, I look at Cech, I look at Kudachini. I look at all these goalkeepers, 10 times the goalkeeper.
Courtois, even Courtois the snake.
Courtois, and you guys are sitting there giving. You guys are sitting there giving your plaudits, right? No, hold on, let me finish. You guys are there giving your plaudits to Sanchez, right? Come next season, I saw. You know what? I'll be honest with you guys. I used to watch your streams,
You are breaking, brother. You are breaking. Microphone.
Games
Microphone.
back in the day when Orcs used to come on here, right? When I was gay. Can you guys hear me now? Can you guys hear me now?
Yes, sir. We can hear you now.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now we can hear you.
You guys used to blame. You guys used to blame the centre backs over your goalkeeper when clearly in the game it was clearly Sanchez's fault, but you guys are blaming the centre backs for him conceding the goals.
Of course,
I'm sorry, I totally disagree with that. How many games good?
DJ,
bro, I'm sorry.
DJ, listen,
totally disagree with that.
DJ, listen, and let me tell you something. I know you were bringing up some names, some legendary names in the past. You can never hang your in real life. You can never hang your hat on your ex.
I agree.
Never. Your ex is your. There's a reason why your ex is your ex.
Exactly.
So all those goalkeepers you mentioned are your. Hold on. All
Petrovic is still a better goalkeeper, man. Come on,
dude. Hold on. Those goalkeepers you mentioned, we don't have them again. It's like saying, man, when Drogba was here,
we have Petrovic, bro. Bro.
No, there's a reason why Petrovic is gone.
There's
a reason why
he's coming back.
No,
he's
the problem. Let me tell you something. We have 5 minutes to go. People, 5 minutes from now, and I'm not gonna.
You said 2 hours ago.
Yeah, 2 hours ago. So, Mr. Ice, let me tell you why.
Respect.
Petrovic is not here. It's not because he's bad, but because the choice was made. There are a lot of politics at Chelsea that allow Robert Sanchez to be the number one because we bought.
It didn't allow him. He earned it. He
didn't earn anything. He was shoehorned.
He earned it. He didn't.
Oh, goodness me, bro.
Go ahead.
You just want to discuss. You don't want to even let me finish.
Go ahead, my brother. Go.
Few months ago. When I was providing you the part of his quality, I was the bad guy. That's what you do with People's Republic.
Exactly.
That's the problem. Now, why are you?
Bad guy.
So the thing that you were saying few months ago, you don't allow me to say it today because you switched the.
What did I say? No, I never said.
You said.
I always supported Sanchez. I'm a Sanchez guy. Anybody who knows me knows I'm a Sanchez guy.
You never supported him. You never supported.
From day one. No, from day one.
Listen, let me tell you what. You never supported him. You never supported.
Don't tell me what I did not do. Anybody who knows me on.
Okay, I'll give you that. I'll give you that then.
Okay, go ahead.
You don't support Enzo Maresca at the beginning. You call him a pub coach.
He still is. Let
me finish.
He won the pub cup.
Yeah, he's still
let me finish. And let me finish. You never supported Enzo Fernandes and also Moises Caicedo. They were Jonas brothers. Remember, Jonas brother. Back then, me Yeah, the bad boy today is the guy who were defending them, giving
you
you
weren't.
excuses of he just had a surgery, he just had
Oh,
a
you-
baby,
oh, you
he
call
just
them
tired,
excuses.
and
You
you
call
say,
them ex-
stop excuses. These brothers, they are not in the same level. Bring Jorginho back. They are Jonas' brother. They are awful. Today, the same
Did he
guy.
seriously say they're the Jonas Brothers? Oh
Yeah.
my God.
He called them names.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Shocking, bro.
And you today, if
Oh,
I
my
question
days, man.
me, I question
this
just
guy
one
ice.
performance,
This guy
or when I
ice.
say today he was
The Jonas
poor,
Brothers.
or
That
all of
name
a
is so
sudden I'm the
appropriate.
bad boy.
No, Ogs, listen, listen. If you follow, listen, guys, if you follow me or if you've listened to me on even on your stream, Ogs, I'm all about. I will shit on you, but if you can turn your game around,
Then you're
listen,
fair. Then you're fair.
Exactly.
You give flowers. You
I'll
actually give flowers.
And that's why with Enzo Fernandez, you guys know I used to call him names, Jonas Brothers or Panka. The guy was so annoying, and when I found out Enzo Fernandez was shit, in my opinion at the time, was in that game against.
Jonas,
It was in that
what did
game
you say,
against
Jonas Brothers or there? What do you say, Jonas? Or the other one? Panka.
Panka, whatever that means. I don't know what it means, but it sounds fun.
I know what that means.
Guys, listen. I was calling out Enzo Fernandez in Saudi during the World Cup. I'm like, is this the guy that is coming to Chelsea? But in the past 6 months, Ogs, since you're trying to pick up the past precedent, in the past 6 months, Enzo has been our best midfielder.
Been a monster. He's been a monster. Like a phoenix from the ashes.
Absolutely.
But also, the problem is, you don't allow now everybody to say anything. It's become, you switch to the point of being a cultist, where he can't do any wrong now because he is that guy. Every time he loses a ball, it's going to be somebody else. Let me finish because probably.
But Mr. Oaks, we have to go back to this Sanchez. Now, let's just say if I agreed with you. Now, during the season, we saw Sanchez got dropped for the Premier League team, and they put in Jurgensen.
Oh my
now,
God.
When Jurgensen let that ball in, remember that game which in the last minutes, what game was that? What game was that when the last minute the ball came straight through his hands and through his legs?
I think it was Brentford. Was it Brentford? I don't know.
We lost 3 points.
Can I ask you a question, right? You guys are talking.
Every
Can I ask you a question?
goalkeeper will go through those kind of moments. And especially when you don't play and you just been rushed immediately in goal. Goalkeepers is a very critical position where you have to stay focused because you don't play every minute on the pitch, but the few minutes that they ask you to help, you have to be there. So if you don't play, you lose the sharpness of being there. So I attribute the few mistakes that you are calling here because you only remember when Haaland put Chalobah on the floor. You don't remember.
On his ass.
Let me finish. Let me finish. You always cut me all the time. You have to give me also a chance to talk. So you're going to remember that for 2 years now. You've been reminding me that for 2 years, and you forget about 99% of last-minute tackle to save us, to give us 3 points. You don't remember that because your mind is set on this guy is absolutely crap. He's not a Chelsea. He needs to go. So you don't find balance. How do you expect anybody else
but
to
I never
find
heard
balance?
you. If you're talking about balance, how come I've never heard you talk about the game-changing saves that Sanchez made? How come I never hear you talk about that?
I talk about it all the time. I say
No,
it.
you're always talking about his mistakes. You're
Oh,
always
my
talking about his
goodness.
mistakes.
Oh my goodness. I make video every single day praising him, but just because I praise you doesn't mean that I want you to give me heart attack in the Champions League. No, come on. I was even a big fan of Kepa Arrizabalaga. I praise Kepa Arrizabalaga. Come on, bro.
Let's be real here, bro. He's made more mistakes than he's done great. Let's put it that way.
Right. Hold on.
That's not true. Not the last half of the season. Come on. Let's be fair.
Ogs, I know the show is done, but I wish maybe on the next stream we should pull up the list and look at the goalkeepers with the best saves. Not the best, the goalkeepers with the most saves this season. I'm curious to see that list next time.
Yeah, we have another show today for the Champions League, but all I can tell you that Jose Mourinho, the special one, the best manager in the entire world. I don't care what anybody else is going to say.
Not for me.
All right, let me finish.
Which team had the best? Chelsea had the third best defense of the Premier League season. Did you know that?
Let me
Don't mind
finish.
them. Don't mind them.
Let me finish what I want to say. When it comes to defending, when it comes to goalkeepers, there are many aspects that depend. If you have a solid midfield, if you have Jackson starting, defending, putting pressure from the front line, and then you're going to have an easy game, and then you're going to have clean sheet. So defending is the entire structure sometimes.
Oh my God.
So let me finish by saying this.
Oh my God, Ogs.
Do you think that David Raya been 2 years in a row Golden Glove in the Premier League? Are you going to tell me that he's better than anybody in the Premier League, or he been helped by Saliba or and Gabriel? So
Ogs,
you have
fantastic
to,
question.
yeah,
Ogs,
you have to
fantastic
see it in the wide.
No, but
thing.
that's what. This is the reason why I told Ogs. God bless you for me, my brother. Ogs, listen.
There you go.
Ogs, that's a fantastic example. Now, let's fast forward to Sanchez and fast forward to the defenders that were playing in front of Sanchez the first part of the season. Let's think about the defensive two in front of the goalkeeper, in front of our goalkeeper.
You got a point. But how many times he passed the ball to Declan Rice, forcing him to score against us? How many times he freaking passed to Son? How many times he passed the ball to Caicedo, surrounded by 1,000 people, put us under pressure? How many mistakes he made that led to goals?
I tell you what it is. I bet you $1 million. If we looked at statistics, I bet you that Sanchez had more end of the month goalkeeper of the month awards.
Once this season.
Whether it's once. Listen, how many games? Let's be fair here. How many games did Sanchez help us win the game with his saves?
Yeah.
How many? No, how many?
Good. Llisten, I can't count, brother.
Give an example.
Give
an example.
No, I don't know. I think.
Do you think 5, 10, 20?
I don't know. That is too much, but I know that is his job. He's playing. He's paid 100K a week. I'm getting freaking how much a day? Listen. Okay, so that is not a topic. What I'm saying is, statistics are like bikinis. Ask me to explain to you why.
Oh, this is getting interesting.
It's getting interesting, right? So statistics are like bikinis.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So let me.
No wonder I love statistics.
Okay. What do you see? You see, you live in Florida, beautiful state, beautiful beaches. You see women in bikinis, right?
Thank you, sir.
So what you see is interesting, but what you don't see is equally as interesting, right?
True.
So that is statistic. Okay.
If a woman is in bikini, you see everything.
No, not everything. What you don't see,
listen.
What you don't see is even more interesting.
Yes,
okay?
Absolutely.
The little part that they hide.
It becomes an imagination race. That's true.
All right. So that is statistics. Anybody can make a statistic to make you the worst player in the world.
No, but
somebody. Let me finish this, bro.
Sure, go ahead.
Somebody also can take one aspect of the statistics and make you look like the best player, better than Messi. So when it comes to pass completion, saves, somebody can just kick like a 5-year-old baby. You collect the ball, that is a save. You can pass the ball to Jorginho between him and Mendy, tack, 1,000 times. That is counted as completed passes. It didn't help to anything. You didn't progress the ball. You just kick the ball to the guy who is close to you. That is completed pass.
There's a stat that will never tell a lie. There's a single source.
Like what?
There's a single source of truth stat, and the stat is how many goals went past you? How many goals? How many shots did you save? Those two is the single source of truth when it comes to goalkeeping.
And that's why you have XG stuff. They came. The young generation today.
No,
you
forget
came
about
with these
XG.
numbers to complicate football.
Forget about XG.
Right?
Forget about XG. I'm just telling you simple. Shots saved, shots conceded. That's all. Let's look at that number for
my brother.
Hold on.
They are short.
Hold on now. Hold on.
And can I just quickly interrupt here? So there's another interesting aspect of Sanchez, which Mr. Oaks won't tell you. So we have seen the defense improve dramatically this season here. Now, we've also seen that Sanchez has taken on responsibility of organizing the defense, being a leader at the back, and taking the pressure off Colwill and the others. And they, in turn, have improved because the pressure is somehow gone to the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper has taken this responsibility. But Mr. Oaks won't tell you that Sanchez has grown as a leader, not only just shot stopper and all that, but he's taken responsibility, and that you can't see that in any stats. You can actually only your eye test will show you that. Okay, Sanchez,
and that's
this
what
guy.
I said. You agree with me? Stats are like bikinis. What you see is interesting. What you don't see is as interesting. It's the same. So what is hidden there? Like I say, if you hate somebody like the way you hate Cobham and Chalobah,
No, I don't hate Cobham. Don't throw me under that bus.
Just remember the one time that they got undone by the best center forward in the world, Erling Haaland, and you forgot at a last minute tackle that saved us 3 points and stuff like that. Because that's how human are. We always have some kind of mindset. There are people that we don't like for one reason or another. I do the same, you do the same, and we have just to understand the world.
Listen, guys. Like I said, take this away. Single source of truth. How many goals went past the goalkeeper? How many goals did he save? Simple. There's no other. You cannot coin a stat any other way.
Go look at the table. You will see that Chelsea has the third best defense in the league.
All I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
And where does that come from? They can't just be only defenders. Goalkeeper plays a big part. Obviously,
we have. Tell you what, they are shot and shot. There is somebody who used to be. Let me give me a second. Let me remember. Amokachi.
Amokachi.
Yeah. Oh,
that
Daniel.
Brother, if he shoot a ball, you save it, you can die. Because how powerful the shot is.
But I think goalkeeper saved the shot. Goalkeeper saved the shot.
Yeah, that is just exaggerating, just to make some,
No.
You know
what I'm saying? I don't know how much you've watched you watch Amokachi in life.
If I make a point, it's gonna make sense.
Sure.
The powerful shot from Amokachi is different than a shot from Anthony.
It doesn't matter. We're talking about. That's why it's a single. Ogs, let me tell you something about stats. Ogs, let me tell you something about stats. It's not about which shot or the other shot. We are looking about the aggregates. How many shots went? It doesn't matter the nature of the shot, Ogs. Whether it's a
powerful or just like passing the ball to the goalkeeper, that's it, just save. Okay.
We're talking about goals that pass the shots that pass the goalkeeper, no matter the intensity. That's statistics. If you start looking at how the ball was looking, the speed the ball came at, then that's different, bro. That's different. Then what are you trying to do here? Then you're picking. What's that saying? You're picking hairs. That's what you're doing. This shot, Amokachi shot came with fire. Okocha shot came with water. When Rooney shot came from the wings, it doesn't matter, bro. What passed you in the net? And let me tell you, Sanchez did way better. Way better. And at the end, the reason why Sanchez also looked good is at the end, our defensive two solidified. So we had more of a harmony in defense. Like you were saying about Raya. The reason why Raya is great is because of those two guys in front. As a matter of fact, starts with Declan Rice. Declan Rice, he reduces the intensity of the attack coming to the goalkeeper before he even gets to that defense. So it's part of how you look at your goalkeeper, Ogs. Is anybody still here?
Yeah. We have to give you time to talk. We don't want to cut you all the time.
Ogs being sarcastic.
Mr. Ice is used to being the interrupter, so thinking, why is everybody so quiet? We're actually listening to it. People actually do listen to what you say, Mr. Ice, believe it or not.
Okay, I need some breakfast. I need to go, bro. See you tonight if for the Champions League.
All right, cheers, guys.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Oaks.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much.
Right.
Everybody, God bless you, and I'll see you tonight for the Champions League, right? Be there for the Champions League, and you're gonna have another fight between me and Ice Cold and People's Republic and stuff. These guys, oh my goodness me. They just you can't win.